on the Rogue Streaming Network. This is Medford Rogues Baseball.
Full swing and a miss, the throw over to second base, and the tag is going to be in time. It's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. That's hit well. Deep shot, deep right field. That ball is a definite no-doubter.
Rogues Baseball is on the air.
Base running wins games, in my opinion. My philosophy is to create chaos on the base paths.
Rogue Valley, are you ready? Let's send it out to the ballpark. Here is the voice of your Rogues, Brian Welch. It is a picture-perfect Father's Day Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Let's play two between the Solano Mudcats and the Medford Rogues. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck Show. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. It is Game 3 and Game 4 of this weekend set. Medford trying to get themselves back in the win column. They're on a 4-game losing streak, 11-5 so far in 2026, 0-2 in Pacific Empire League action. Yesterday dropping Game 2 of the set, falling to Solano last night 11-2. Rogues offense struggled getting runs across, but more importantly, getting runs across in the 5th and in the 8th inning. The offense did struggle getting runners across, and you think about what the Rogues did in the first 3 innings in yesterday's affair. Had 3 base runners on in 3 innings. They left them on, and more importantly, the Rogues are going to try to find a way to capitalize on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. But one of the bright spots in yesterday's game was the pitching staff. Evan Roden, who got the start. 6 innings on the hill, 6 strikeouts, found a way to be efficient while pitching against the Solano Mudcats. And Evan Roden finding a way into this rotation. You definitely know he's going to be a lot of fun as the league goes on. And Evan Roden got the start and got 6 innings, got to the 7th inning, but was chased out. Wyatt Green got an inning on the hill, got a pair of strikeouts as well. Preston Daniels got the ball. He struggled a little bit, and that was during that 8th inning where the Rogues committed not 1 but 8 errors. 4 errors, I should say, in that 8th inning, I should say. And Eric Hernandez got his first relief appearance of 2026, and Caleb Randolph shut the door on the Mudcats, only giving up a double, but a pair of strikeouts and a ground out. It is Game 1 of this doubleheader, but more importantly, Game 3 and Game 4 of the set. And I said this yesterday before we went off the air for Game 2 of the series. Tonight, and today rather, is the most important game of the season. If the Rogues can find a way to split the doubleheader, they'll be 1-3, but you have to win one today. It's Solano and Medford, Game 3 of this 4-game set. Take a look at the opposition. It is the Solano Mudcats, 9-1 so far in 2026, 4-0 in Pacific Empire League action, and they swung the bat well yesterday in that contest. They played it 3 runs in the first, and played it a run in the second inning. Scored 7 times in 2 innings. Scored 3 times in the 7th, 4 times in the 8th inning, and able to capitalize on those 4 errors committed by the Rogues defense. And Solano finding ways to capitalize. Think about Zac Goldenberg has a triple and a couple of home runs so far in this series. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch this evening and afternoon, and he is in the starting lineup today, so the Rogues pitching staff has to battle with him again. And talking with the Solano coaching staff a little bit today, they were saying, hey, we're excited that we're swinging well early in counts, and also we're finding ways to make contact with the baseball, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see what the Rogues can do to try to slow down the red-hot Solano Mudcats on this Father's Day Sunday afternoon. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening and watching on the Rogue Streaming Network. Let's take a look at the starting pitchers for today's matchup in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Going for the Mudcats, it is Henry Myers, who works with that 3-pitch mix, the fastball, breaking ball, and the splitter. And Herman Luna goes for the Rogues. Herman Luna, usually the Saturday starter, but gets the nod on this Sunday afternoon. He works with a fastball, slider, cutter, and the changeup. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we throw it to commercial break. A couple of games going on currently. Stockton taking on Humboldt. Stockton leading 1-0 in the top half of inning number 6. California Tigers taking on the Healdsburg Prune Packers. That's a 6 p.m. first pitch. And the Marysville Giants see the Lincoln Potters. Beautiful afternoon for baseball in the Rogue Valley. I'd like to welcome you to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. I was able to sit down with our Rogue infielder and outfielder, Max Shabasteri. Plus, we go one-on-one with assistant coach, Jacob Seitz. First pitch scheduled for 3:35 p.m. on a pitcher-perfect Chamber of Commerce Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Game 3 of this 4-game set, Game 1 of the doubleheader. It's Solano, it's Medford, and it's all coming up at 3:35 p.m. Keep it locked in on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Welcome back to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It's time to get rowdy. This is our Rogues Player Spotlight, and we get to hear from San Diego's own Max Shabasteri. Max, how are you? Happy Sunday.
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, my friend. First year in the Rogue Valley. How have you liked it so far?
I've really enjoyed my time here. The guys are really cool. The coaching staff's great. Got a beautiful field, a lot of fans, and my host family takes care of me really nice. So it's been fun.
And it has been a pretty fun season so far in 2026. Kind of a struggle-some week so far. But talking about with the guys, you know a lot of guys on this team because it's you, Chris Ortiz, Herman Luna. At one moment, we're playing ball at Sonoma State. Is it kind of a full-circle moment, all you guys up here in the Rogue Valley?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's kind of wild how baseball brings people back into your life. And I didn't think I'd be able to be fortunate enough to play with them again, and now I am. So I really appreciate the opportunity.
You grew up in San Diego, and San Diego is a big baseball town. What was your childhood like with baseball in San Diego?
Yeah, it was pretty much every weekend going to a tournament in the summer and in the fall, and then just getting ready for high school, and then go right into travel ball. So everyone's a big baseball fan over there, so a lot of pressure to keep playing and keep playing at a high level.
And you went to high school at Patrick Henry High School, the Patriots in San Diego. A lot of guys have come out of Patrick Henry High School that have been gone on to do great things in college and as well as in the major league. Is that kind of cool walking in the same footsteps? Some of the guys who have gone really well at Patrick Henry?
Yeah, absolutely. My freshman year, we got a new coach, Sheldon Watkins, and he really turned the program around. And ever since then, a lot more guys have gotten college opportunities, and some have really had great success at the college level. So it's going to be fun to watch how much more the program can grow, but they've been doing a really good job down there.
We touched on a little bit ago that you were at Sonoma State. Sonoma State's athletic department shut down. And take me through that process to try to find a new home so quickly.
Yeah, they kind of laid us with that news right after we got back from winter break. So it was kind of a scramble. Definitely didn't help the team come together because everyone needed to leave the year after. So it was tough. You know, everyone had to bounce around. Some careers ended early, unfortunately, and some guys were fortunate enough to transfer out. But it was definitely a hectic and pressure-filled couple months.
And you found a home at Missouri Baptist University. A lot different weather than Missouri Baptist in Medford, Oregon, right?
Yeah, absolutely. St. Louis was pretty cold for the most part. After October hit, it didn't really get hot. You didn't really see the sun, but I loved playing there. The coaching staff was great. I met some of the best baseball guys I've ever been around. So we had a great year, and it was a lot of fun, and I was very appreciative of that.
Let's go back to San Diego. I know that there's a baseball team in San Diego that's near and dear to your heart, the San Diego Padres. Why a Padres fan?
Kind of just grew up being a fan of baseball, and since we had a local team 20 minutes away, just going to those games growing up, it was always really fun. And then in high school, I got the opportunity to play there during the high school season, and just being on the field, seeing the lights and what they get to experience was really eye-opening. And I love the Padres. I hope they do good this year, but sometimes it's hard to beat the Dodgers.
And, of course, I mean, the Padres and the Dodgers always great rivals down the coast in Southern California. But more importantly, this is your first year in the Rogue Valley. What do you want to work on before you go back to Missouri Baptist?
Well, I'm kind of done playing college ball, so I won't be able to go back to Missouri. But I really want to work on, getting back into the swing of things. It's been about a month since my season ended, so being able to be in the box again, facing live, get your swing kind of back in the groove, and then defensively make some good plays for the pitchers, and just kind of build momentum and just trust the process and keep getting better at your craft.
It is Father's Day. What do you want to say to your dad?
I would just say I called my mom and I wished her a happy Father's Day because she's done everything for me.
That's well said, my friend. I know it's right before the game. What do you want to get at the gas station? What's that one thing you're getting?
Probably a yerba mate, then a couple protein bars, maybe a banana, get some good fuel for the game, and that's about it.
Want to give a shout to anybody?
Probably my mom, Heather. Hope she has a great Father's Day, and I love her, and I appreciate everything she does for me.
That's well said, my friend. Max, thank you so much for hopping on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Enjoy the games today. Enjoy the rest of your time in the Rogue Valley.
Thank you. I really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. We are getting closer to first pitch between Solano and Medford on this Happy Father's Day in the Rogue Valley. It's time to go one-on-one with assistant coach Jacob Seitz. Coach, how are you? Happy game day.
Never been better, Brian. Beautiful day for baseball.
It is a beautiful day for baseball, Jacob. I know it's been a tough one so far this week. It was a tough one last night, but there had to be some positives in the game last night.
Yeah, I mean, positives are, I thought the guys coming off the bench late in the game grinded out their at-bats. Finding a positive in a game where you get your butts kicked. The guys who were on the bench watching what went down last night stayed ready and took advantage of their opportunity late in the game.
And how about the pitching staff with the starters perspective with Evan Roden? Evan Roden probably had one of the best starts we've had this whole entire week. What did you like about how he had a conviction on the hill last night?
Yeah, I mean, he attacked with his fastball, inside, outside, up, down, threw breaking balls for strikes when he needed to, bounced it when he needed to. Got out after a bit of a rough defensive first inning and got us into the seventh inning. I mean, heck of a job staying strong mentally and just executing pitch to pitch.
And the pitching staff after that struggled a little bit, but more importantly, it's another day for baseball, and this team is struggling. First time we've seen the growing pains emerge in 2026. What is that message to your guys to be able to kind of get this around, to try and get a game across the finish line, getting back in the win column?
Yeah, well, baseball is never going to be perfect. We started the season off really hot, playing really good baseball, and we were bound to hit a skid where it wasn't quite what we wanted it to be. But ultimately, this is a slow development sport. It's not a linear development sport. And so, although it is unfortunate to watch when it falls apart like it has the last couple of games on us, it's ultimately going to make us better in the end.
And whatever kills you makes you stronger. And right now, this Rogue squad on a 4-game losing streak, an opportunity to try to snap that today in game 1 of this doubleheader, and also, more importantly, in the final 2 games of this 4-game set. And the team, before batting practice in the cages, they did a lot of infield work. You worked with the outfielders a lot. Why work with the guys before BP in the infield and outfield?
Just getting them feeling good about themselves. Personally with the outfielders today, we talked about situations, when to be aggressive, laying out for balls, when to kind of play it safe. Just talking the difference between 2 outs and no outs, early game versus late game, stuff like that. But for infielders, just getting back to feeling good, being confident, and attacking the baseball.
And it is Father's Day. And I know that your dad's going to be listening to this. What is Father's Day? What best Father's Day memory playing baseball growing up?
Oh, I don't know if there's one in particular, but I know just about every Father's Day from the time I was a young pup to the time I was probably 18, 19 years old. I was out there on the field, and Dad's always there supporting me, coaching me, whatever role he was in, he was doing it at a high level. Very fortunate to have the father that I have, and happy Father's Day to you, Pops.
It's well said, Coach, but also it is a doubleheader, pair of 7-inning games. I've not heard your philosophy on how to tackle a doubleheader. How do you handle a doubleheader as a coach?
The same way you handle one game in a day. You just take it one pitch at a time. You know, one pitch, one inning, one game at a time, and see where that puts you at the end of the day. You know, two 7-inning games is a little bit different than 9 innings. You know, in tight competitive ball games, typically it's the 8th and 9th innings that really determine who wins and who doesn't. So in 7-inning games, you really got to start out hot. You know, come out of the gate, take a lead early, and find a way to get one here in the first game.
And how aggressive will this team be today? Trying to snap a 4-game losing streak, but also trying to find a way to feel the urgency of playing 7 innings.
Yeah, I mean, it's just playing Rogues baseball. You know, we're aggressive on the bases. You know, our approach at the plate is, you know, swinging with intent. I think we've kind of gotten away from that this week, and not that we're over swinging or trying to crush every single baseball, but there's got to be intent behind every swing, and not be so worried about making contact. You know, we're up there to do damage.
And Herman Luna gets the start, usually a Saturday starter, but gets the nod on Father's Day. Herman Luna's had a great 2026 season so far, and he's had 6 innings on the hill. He looks pretty good. He had a lot of strikeouts, 8 strikeouts last week against the Fresno A's, a career high this season. What do you want to see from Herman Luna tonight?
Just keep doing what he does best, you know, attacking with the fastball early in counts, getting hitters off balance with the wicked changeup he's got. He threw me a couple the other day, and I'll tell you, man, I feel for those hitters up there. But Luna's the kind of kid, you know, it doesn't matter if he has a 4-inning outing, 5-inning outing, 6-inning outing. He always wants to throw one more inning. And so today, you know, hopefully he can take the reins game 1 and get us through 7 full innings, so a complete game for us.
And it is the doubleheader to close out this 4-game set against Solano. Keys of victory, Coach?
Belief. You know, you hit a skid like this, and not just a 4-game losing streak, but really getting your butts kicked 4 games in a row. You know, kind of some guys can get the feeling like, oh man, like is this ever going to end? And in this game of baseball, you got to be crazy enough to every time you step between those lines, you are the man, and we are the team. You know, got a lot of belief in these guys from the coaching perspective, and it's just them sticking together, which they've done a great job of, and getting out there, and you know. All it takes is one win, and all of a sudden we're on a roll again, right? And we're on top of the world. So that's all we're looking for today.
Well, that's well said, my friend. Coach, thank you so much for hopping on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Good luck out there today, and enjoy the afternoon.
Thank you, Brian. Go Rogues.
That is our assistant coach, Jacob Seitz, joining us on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, we have lineups and first pitch. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Game 3 of this 4-game weekend set. It's Solano. It's Medford. 3:35, first pitch. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. It is a picture-perfect Father's Day doubleheader in the Rogue Valley. Game 3 and Game 4 of this weekend set about to begin. It's Game 3 between the Solano Mudcats and the Medford Rogues. Hi, everybody. My name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening right now, and happy Father's Day to my father, Richard Welch. He's listening back home in the beautiful state of California. Lineup cards being exchanged between head coach Kyle Stafford of Solano and head coach Kevin Olmstead of your Medford Rogues. Kevin back in the coaching chair since being at that wedding yesterday. Good to see Kev back at the ballpark, and the umpires having their meeting at home plate for game one of this doubleheader. Game 3 of 4 in this weekend set. Medford trying to get themselves off the schneid on a 4-game losing streak. Currently take a look at the standings in the Pacific Empire League. That is brought to you by our good friends Kramer Cabinets. The Out-Town Scoreboard is also brought to you by Kramer Cabinets as well. These very same Solano Mudcats sit atop the Pacific Empire League with a record of 4-0. Hillsburg not far behind. They are in second place. They are 3-1. Lincoln in third place. They are 2-1. West Coast Kings 2-3. They'll be here Tuesday and Wednesday for a 2-game set against the Rogues. Humboldt 1-2. They are fighting for a chance to battle it out with the Stockton Pearls. Pearls got the upset yesterday against the Crabs, 12-10 at the Arcata Ballpark, and they're 1-2. They're idled this week in league play. Marysville is 1-4, and your Rogues are 0-2. Let's send it down to, more importantly, this Rogue squad. A lot of people during batting practice, talking with them, they're talking about their fathers. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening. And also, we'll talk about all the fathers making a difference, especially everybody, all our dads out and about, not here in Oregon, but able to support us from any distance. Let's send it down to Greg Roberts for this special announcement.
Rogues catch. Our coach, Kevin Olmstead, would you please step out front and center? Yeah, right there is going to be good. All right, we have a special message for our coach because today is his first official Father's Day. The message for him says, "Happy first Father's Day, Coach Chaos, from Melissa, Oliver, and Grayson. We love you very much. Go Rogues." And definitely at this time, we want to definitely always wish all the dads in attendance.
And a special shout out to head coach Kevin Olmsted. Now Alyssa and the boys back in Georgia. Alyssa's definitely listening right now. Starting lineup's going to be introduced. Rogues in their black jerseys with the green trim with the white pants for this Sunday afternoon. And we are going to talk about Father's Day throughout the whole entire afternoon and evening. 14 innings of baseball about to begin at 3:35 p.m. will be a little bit later. But more importantly, it's going to be a blast at the ballpark. If you have not tuned in for the last couple of games at Terry and David Field, it has been going to the side of the Mudcats. Solano took game one on Friday evening, 12-6 the final. It was a 7-run first inning to get the Friday night underway for the Mudcats. Rogues got a couple of runs across, but it was just Solano finding ways to make it interesting. And they've been swinging the bat well so far this season in league play, and they definitely can swing the bat well in the Rogue Valley. Yesterday was game 2 that went to Solano. It was an 11-2 victory for the Mudcats, and the Mudcats definitely on a rail so far this season in league action. And they showed why they were pretty good, but it was the Rogues pitching staff and the start that looked pretty good. Evan Roden got the start, 6 innings on the hill, and it is with 6 strikeouts as well. And it's going to be a blast to see what Herman Luna has on the table so far for him. If he gets ready to go to work, he's going to be introduced last. But more importantly, Herman Luna, take a look at the pitching comparisons. 3 starts so far in 2026. Gets start number 4, 18 innings on the hill. Giving up 3 runs, 11 hits, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 wins, no losses, no saves, an ERA of 1. And it is a very interesting one for this Rogue squad. Herman Luna definitely the stallion in the Rogues pen in 2026, the Corcoran, California native. His parents are listening back home in Central California, and as well as his girlfriend. It's the Rogues and the Mudcats colliding game 3 of this 4-game set, and Henry Myers goes to work for the Mudcats. Starting pitcher for the Mudcats works with a 3-pitch mix, a fastball, breaking ball, and has the splitter. And his numbers so far this season, Myers a ERA of 3. We'll talk about that when we get to the home first, but let's send it down to Greg Roberts with the playing of the national anthem.
Rockwell Real Estate. Performing today's national anthem is Eric Rose.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we watch at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Game one of our doubleheader between the Solano Mudcats and the Medford Rogues. Hi, everybody. Once again, my name is Brian Welch. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Before we give you the starting lineup, here's the two most important famous words in baseball. Now we're ready to go on this Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening right now. Let's give you the starting lineup for the Solano Mudcats, led by head coach Kyle Stafford. The Mudcats 9-1 so far in 2026, and it is the Mudcats 4-0 in Pacific Empire League action. Batting lead off is the center fielder Adrian Ruiz. The 2 spot is the second baseman Tyler Crudo. The 3-0 hitter is the left fielder Wyatt Davis. The cleanup man is the first baseman Zac Goldenberg. 2 home runs and a triple so far this weekend. Max Garcia is the third baseman. He is in the 5 spot. The 6 hitter is the DH man Dante Chiatti. And the 7 hole is the right fielder Garrick Bartram. And the 8 spot is the catcher Cruz Wexler. And Caden Witten, the shortstop, is in the 9 spot. So it's Ruiz, Crudo, Davis, Goldenberg, Garcia, Chiatti, Bartram, Wexler, and Witten. Herman Luna getting his one tosses in right now as we speak. His battery mate tonight is Chris Ortiz. Rogues in their green and black jerseys with the white pants for this Sunday afternoon showdown. Mudcats going with their powder blue uniforms and the gray pants for this Sunday afternoon showdown. Herman Luna so far this season works with a fastball, slider, cutter, and the changeup. But Herman Luna so far this season gets his 4th start of 2026, ERA of 1, 18 innings on the hill, 11 strikeouts to 1 walk. And the Corcoran, California native gets ready to go to work, and you definitely, and how this week has gone, throw over to second base by Chris Ortiz means we're about ready for liftoff. Rogues need a definite lengthy start from the starting pitcher for the Rogues, and to see what the Rogues can do in a pair of 7-inning games. Adrian Ruiz gets ready to go to work on this Sunday afternoon. Pull up your favorite chair. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening. No, my dad is listening on the coast in the 5 cities area. Herman Luna works for that first base side of the rubber, and the first pitch home. First pitch fastball misses inside at 1 ball, no strikes. It's 325 down the line and left and right field, 400 straightaway center. We're underway at 3:42 p.m. Calling the balls and strikes tonight. Ground ball up the back. Good play by Herman Luna. Lollipop throw to first in time for out number 1. 1-3 on the ground out. It was a comebacker right to Herman. In between his legs, made the easy play. Threw it over to first base. 1 out, the base is empty. We just get underway. We are in the top of 1. Here's the second baseman for the Solano Mudcats, Tyler Crudo. These 2 guys know each other really well. Joe Woodley is behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. At first base is Greg Jaquette, and Andrew Herbold is at third base. Herman Luna sets up on the first base side, and the first pitch. Fastball misses up and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Tyler Crudo at the dish. Talked about these 2 guys have known each other pretty good. Crudo from Cal State, from Sonoma State, pops that up in the air. First base side, tracking it down is Jackson Rosenthal, and that goes out of play on the first base side. Strike 1. Crudo did not play in yesterday's contest, but he did play in Friday night's game. Reached on twice with a hit by pitch in the first and an RBI triple in the 7th inning. A ball and a strike. Fastball lasered foul right side. Strike 2. Crudo from CSU Stanislaus. Teammates with Herman Luna in the spring, and as well as Chris Ortiz. 1-2, hits it in the air, left field. That's going to parachute down for a hit. And Tyler Crudo's aboard, getting a hit off his college teammate, Herman Luna. So a 1-out single for Tyler Crudo puts a base runner on for the Solano Mudcats. And the Mudcats have been swinging the bat well this weekend. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the road first. Here's the left fielder Wyatt Davis from the University of San Francisco. Wind blowing into the ballpark on this Sunday afternoon. Just a pitcher Chamber of Commerce Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Herman Luna sets up on the first base side of the rubber, and the first pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Travis Feeney, the second baseman, picks it up, underhands it over to first base, and it's 4-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. Tyler Crudo advances to second base on the ground out. 1 on, 2 outs. Give you that defense is backing up the starter Herman Luna. Around the horn from third to first, it's Shabasteri, Blake, Finney, and Rosenthal. In the outfield from left to right, it's Walsh, Saito, and Grabiel. Chris Ortiz catching today. The battery of Herman Luna and Chris Ortiz. First time Zac Goldenberg faces Herman Luna. Sets up on that first base side is Herman. Right against right. Tyler Crudo is a big lead at second base. First pitch, hits it in the air over the head of the second baseman, Travis Finney. Into right center it goes. Rounding third, racing towards home is Tyler Crudo in the play at the plate, and he slides across in time. RBI single for Zac Goldenberg, and Zac Goldenberg has been seeing the ball well so far in the Rogue Valley. So 1 run on 2 hits already in this inning, and the Mudcats draw first blood. Not the way you want to start on the Sunday afternoon, but you got to find a way to mitigate the damage if you are Herman Luna and company. Solano 1, Medford coming up in the home half of the first. We have 2 outs. Here's the righty, Max Garcia, the third baseman today for the Mudcats. Garcia springboarded the Mudcats in that first inning on Friday. First pitch. Ground ball left side, that escapes into left field, base hit, and Max Garcia gets aboard of a 2-out single. So 1 run on 3 hits already in this inning. Single from Crudo, an RBI single from Goldenberg, and now a 2-out single from Max Garcia. That's 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 1-0 lead for Solano. Here's Dante Chiatti, the DH man for Solano. Mudcats wasting no time on this Sunday afternoon, and Chris Ortiz has a quick conversation with Herman Luna. Luna facing a little bit of adversity on this Sunday afternoon. The question is, how do you get out of the inning? Got a ground out from Ruiz. Davis grounded out as well. You think about what opponents have done so far this season. Now, opponents have outscored the Rogues in the first inning 19-13. First pitch. Breaking ball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Chiatti was in the lineup yesterday. Chiatti was in the 3 spot. 2-run triple by him in yesterday's first inning. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball misses down and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Chiatti so far this season, a .455 hitter for the Mudcats. Right against right. Goldenberg at second, Garcia at first base. Luna glances at second base and fires the 1-1. Fastball, swing and a miss. A throw over to third base, and Shabasteri gets the tag, and Zac Goldenberg caught stealing at third base, and that's a crucial play to get out of the first inning. 1 run comes across on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the home first right after this. Solano 1, Medford coming up. Game 1 of our doubleheader on Father's Day 2026. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Home half of inning number 1 from Harry and David Field. Solano 1, Medford coming up for the first time this afternoon. Let's give you that starting lineup for the Rogues, led by head coach Kevin Olmstead. Medford 11-5 so far in 2026, 0-2 in Pacific Empire League action. Band lead off is the second baseman Travis Finney. In the 2 spots, left fielder Jonathan Walsh. The 3-0 hitter is the DH man Larsen Koester. The cleanup man is the catcher Chris Ortiz. Jackson Rosenthal is playing at first base. He's the 5 hitter today. Evan Saito is patrolling center field. He is the 6-hole hitter. Max Shabasteri is playing at third base today. He is in the 7th spot. Bo Blake is the shortstop tonight, and he is in the 8-hole. And Diego Grabiel is patrolling right field today, and he is batting 9th. So it's Finney, Walsh, Koester, Ortiz, Rosenthal, Saito, Shabasteri, Blake, and Grabiel. And now, more importantly, only giving up 1 run in the top half of inning number 1. How do the Rogues reciprocate on this Sunday afternoon? Trying to snap a 4-game losing streak, and the offense has struggled getting runs across. Travis Finney, the table setter from down under from Australia, gets ready to go to work for his first trip of the afternoon, and he sees Henry Myers. Henry Myers, the freshman from Sacramento City College, works on that first base side. First pitch, fouls it off to the screen, strike 1. And think about this, Henry Myers, the first right-handed pitcher for the Mudcats to start this weekend so far. 2 starts from 2 southpaws. Cameron Castor got the start on Friday. Carson Thompson got the start yesterday. Strike 1 pitch. Slider misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So from Myers, you'll see the fastball, the breaking ball, and the splitter. Travis Finney at the dish, the Australian. A .428 hitter so far this season. A ball and a strike. Fastball misses down and out. 2 balls, 1 strike. And it has been that type of week for the Rogues offensively. You get runners on, but can't get them across. That's been the storyline this whole entire week. Rogues going to try to rewrite the story on Father's Day. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball fouls it off to the right side. The count goes square. Just a picture-perfect Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead. Wind blowing softly. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. 2-2. Swing and a miss on the splitter. Travis Finney down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Henry Myers this afternoon. 1 out, the base is empty. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Solano Mudcats. Backing up Myers around the horn from third to first. It's Garcia, Witten, Crudo, and Goldenberg. In the outfield from left to right for the Mudcats, it's Davis, Ruiz, and Bartram. And Wexler is catching today. Base is empty, 1 out. Just underway in the home first. 1-0 lead for Solano. Here's the left fielder for Medford, Jonathan Walsh. Gets ready to go for his first at-bat of the afternoon. First pitch. Hits it sky high in the air. Shallow right center field. Tracking it down as Ruiz has the shades on. Trying to make the play, and he makes the one-hand grab for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down in the home first. Walsh flies out the center field. A base is empty, 2 outs. We are in the home first. Here's the Rogues DH man, Larsen Koester. Gets ready to go to work for his first trip of the afternoon. Solano leading early in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Game 3 of the series, 1-0. Rogues right now trying to provide a little of offensive security for Herman Luna and company. First pitch, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Larsen from the Sunflower State in Kansas. Actually, that was a strike. Strike 1 pitch. Finds the outside corner, strike 2. Larsen this season, a .348 hitter. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Mudcats. Koester behind, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2, ropes it foul down the first base side. We'll do it again. Head coach Kevin Olmstead coaching at third base. Jacob Seitz, assistant coach and outfielding coach at first base. It's probably one of the best Sundays we've had so far this season. We'll be having another 105 first pitch game next week against Healdsburg. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 0-2, fouls it off left side, and he keeps the at-bat going. Chris Ortiz waits on deck. Travis Finney struck out to begin the first. Jonathan Walsh flew out to center field to Ruiz. This is a big at-bat right now. If you are Larsen Koester wearing the blue batting gloves, trying to change this outcome already in the first. No balls, 2 strikes. Myers sets up on the first base side. 0-2 pitch. Misses up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good crowd on hand for Father's Day at the ballpark. Know you're listening back home, wherever. 1-2. Chopper to the right side. Crudo going to try to track that down. Gwynn with a great play. Bobbles it, throws it to first, and the ball gets past the first baseman, Goldenberg. And Larsen Koester gets aboard to extend the inning. We'll see how the official scorekeeper scores it. It was Crudo who got all the way from the right side of the infield, bobbled the ball, and threw it to first base, but the official scorekeeper says it's a single, so an infield single for Larsen Koester to extend the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the home first. Here is Chris Ortiz, the catcher today. Chris Ortiz is ready to go to work for his first at-bat of the afternoon. Chris Ortiz, a .325 hitter so far this season. Goldenberg, the first baseman, holding the runner, holding his counterpart, usually. Larsen Koester's the DH man, but some days he's the first baseman. First pitch. Fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Said before, Chris Ortiz, a .325 hitter so far this season. 6 RBIs. Has not gone deep yet. Outfield playing deep and straight away for the Mudcats. Myers sets up on the first base side, and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball off the end of the bat to the left side, scoops it up. Can't make the play as a third baseman, Garcia. It scoots into left center. Larsen Koester digging for 3, and it puts runners at the corners. That's a definite error on it, the shortstop Witten. So it puts an E6, puts runners at the corners, and the tying run is only 90 feet away from scoring. 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the home first. Big play brewing right now for the Rogues offense. Single from Larsen Koester. Chris Ortiz reaching on an air. Here's the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal. 1-0 lead for the Solano Mudcats on this Sunday afternoon. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening right now. Big RBI opportunity for Jackson Rosenthal in this home first. First pitch fastball misses outside at 1 ball, no strikes. Koester at third, Ortiz at first base. All of 2 outs. Rogues trying to be on the upside this weekend. Small lead for Chris Ortiz at first base. 1 ball, no strikes. Myers feeling the pressure. 1-0. Fastball elevated. 2 balls, no strikes. Jackson Rosenthal this season, a .353 hitter. 1 home run. 5 runs batted in. Larsen Koester only 90 feet away from scoring. He's the tying run at third. 2 balls, no strikes. Fouls off the splitter. Strike 1.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
This is a big inning right now for the Rogues. You only gave up 1 run at the top of this inning. It's how you respond. The Rogues have had their moments this week of struggling to respond. 2 balls, 1 strike. Myers works on the first base side. 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses up and out. Ball 3. You think about how this inning began. Travis Finney struck out. Jonathan Walsh flew out to center field. Everything was moving all right for Henry Myers and company. Larsen Koester singled. Chris Ortiz reached on air, putting runners at the corners. Probably the biggest pitch of the at-bat, and more importantly, the biggest pitch of the game so far. 3-1 pitch, fastball outside, ball 4. Jackson Rosenthal takes first, and he loads the bases. So a single from Larsen Koester. Chris Ortiz reaches on an air, and Jackson Rosenthal draws a walk. There's the center fielder, Evan Saito. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We are in the home first. It's a 1-0 lead for Solano. The Mudcats right now trying to limit the damage themselves. Rogues going to try to go in overdrive on this Sunday afternoon. Here's the center fielder, Evan Saito for Medford. Right against right. Myers works on the first base side of the rubber. First pitch, fastball. Finds that top third, strike one. A delayed strike call from Joe Woodley. You're going to expect that throughout the whole entire first game of this doubleheader. Can't fire, you can't say it quickly. Larsen Koester at third, Chris Ortiz at second, Jackson Rosenthal at first base. No balls, one strike, and the pitch. Strike one pitch. Misses down and out. One ball, one strike. Evan Saito this season, a .313 hitter. No home runs, but has recorded 7 RBIs this season. RBI opportunity right now. Tying run is at third base. That's Larsen Koester. One ball, one strike, and the pitch. 1-1, hits it in the air down the first base side, and it travels foul. Strike two. Rogues have been in the situation before this weekend. Or this week, rather. Bases loaded, but they did not find the opportunity to cash them in. One ball, two strikes. Myers sets, takes a deep breath, and the 1-2. Slider misses down and out, and the count goes square. Now Deuce is wild in the home first. You think about how this game has gone, in 7 innings, you definitely feel the urgency. You get runners across early. Head coach Kevin Olmstead always talks about when having double headers, you got to get runs across early. 2-2 home from Myers. 2-2, knuckles it foul, right side, we'll do it again. Max Shabasteri, our Rogues player spotlight, waits on deck for the Rogues. We are in the home first, bases loaded, 2 outs. Koester at third, Ortiz at second, Rosenthal at first base. Two and two from Myers. Bouncing ball gets away from Wexler. Cohen from third to home. It is sliding as Larsen Koester. We're all tied up at 1 apiece. Rogues answer back. Solano 1, Medford 1. So runners advance off the pass ball. Ortiz to third, Rosenthal to second. Koester scores from third base. And the Rogues right now wasting no time, and the count fills for Evan Saito. Three balls, two strikes, and the pitch. 3-2, hit by the pitch. Evan Saito takes first, and the Rogues load the bases once more.
Now batting the third baseman from Missouri Baptist University, number 44, Zac Goldenberg.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Solano 1, Medford 1. Here's Max Shabasteri. His first trip of the afternoon. And the Rogues offense trying to push this one across the finish line. You like what the Rogues are doing so far. I know it's only 1 inning, but you don't want to leave the base runners on. Evan Saito gets back to his spot at first base. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Mudcats. So a single from Larsen Koester, he scored. Chris Ortiz reached on there, he's at third base. Rosenthal drew a walk, he's at second base. Evan Saito taking his base with honor at first base with a hit by pitch. All of 2 outs. Medford trying to cook something up on Father's Day. First pitch, fastball elevated, ball 1. And you think about how this inning began for Henry Myers and the Solano Mudcats. Travis Finney struck out. Jonathan Walsh flew out to center field. Was pretty amped up, trying to get that third and final out. Larsen Koester of a single. 1 out. Fouls it off to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Larsen Koester singled. Chris Ortiz reached on air. An E6. Jackson Rosenthal drew a walk. Evan Saito during his at-bat. Pass ball got past the catcher Wexler. And Larsen Koester scored from third base. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Turns away from it. Misses inside at 2 balls, 1 strike. Max Shabasteri this season only a 150 hitter, but more importantly has 2 RBIs to his credit in 2026. Ortiz at third, Rosenthal at second base, Saito at first base. 2-1 from Myers. 2-1, fastball, misses outside, ball 3. Rogues trying to have a sizzling first inning. Now you're probably firing at the barbecue grill for Dad for Father's Day. Rogues going to try to sizzle a couple of runs across in this inning. 3 balls, 1 strike. Myers waits and fires a 3-1. Pops that foul, right side giving chase is Wexler the catcher, and it goes out of play. The count fills. Bo Blake waits on deck for the Rogues. 1 run on 1 hit in this inning so far. Rogues looking to put more runs across. Myers works on the first base side and fires the payoff pitch. Runners go, fastball misses upstairs, ball 4. Shabasteri walks in a run. Medford takes the lead. It's a 2-1 lead for the Rogues. And now it is the skipper for Solano who's going to step out of the dugout. 2-1 lead for the Rogues. We are in the home first. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Spawns the action, brought to you by our good friends at Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Conversation between the coach from the Mudcats and the battery of Myers and Wexler. It's a 2-1 lead for the Rogues in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Game 3 of the weekend series. Medford starting this Game 1 on the right note, but Bo Blake is the batter that will see Henry Myers after this conference, and the conference broken up by home plate umpire Joe Woodley. And this Rogue squad, 2 runs on 1 hit in this inning. Definitely find a way to get this one across, and if you're the Rogues, this team was very loose today during batting practice. They know what's at stake. Start league off. They did not start league on the right note, but the Rogues continue to cover the bags. Jackson Rosenthal at third, Evan Saito at second base, Max Shabasteri at first, infield playing deep around the horn for the Solano Mudcats. First pitch to Bo Blake. First pitch, fastball, finds the outside corner, strike 1. Bo, the Turlock, California native, a .242 hitter this season, 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Strike 1 pitch, hits that in the air, sky high down the right field line, giving chase is Goldenberg, the first baseman, and it goes onto the grass berm. Quickly in the hole, no balls, and 2 strikes is Bo. Bo Blake, who was on episode 8 of Plank Talk last week. We'll have a great show for you. Not going to reveal who the guests are. You're going to find out tomorrow. Rogues cover all the bags in this inning. All of 2 outs. The Rogues have done pretty good getting runners across. And now Bo Blake steps out of the box. Takes a deep breath. Climbs back in. Myers trying to stop the bleeding in this first inning. No balls, 2 strikes, takes a deep breath and fires the 0-2. Line drive, hooking foul down the left field line. Hits the cages into that bullpen for the Rogues down that left field line. And we'll do it again, still no balls and 2 strikes to the shortstop, Bo Blake. Bo Blake, the 8th batter in this inning for the Rogues. Myers sets up on that first base side. 0-2 pitch. Splitter misses down and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Larsen Koester singled to continue the inning. Chris Ortiz reached on air. Jackson Rosenthal drew a walk. He's at third base. Evan Saito was hit by a pitch. And a pass ball scored Larsen Koester, and Mark Charbasteri driving in his teammate Chris Ortiz for the second inning of the afternoon, second run of the afternoon. 1-2 misses up and out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's how you execute, and the Rogues going to try to execute well in this inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bo Blake trying to extend the frame. 2-2 from Myers. 2-2, fouls it off to the fence behind home plate, and we'll do it again. Rogues cover all the bags. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 2-2, swing and a miss on the splitter. And Bo Blake is down on strikes, but the Rogues play 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error committed. But the Rogues leave the bases loaded. Jackson Rosenthal left on at third, Evan Saito at second base, and Max Charbasteri left on at first. We have played 1 in the Rogue Valley. Medford leads 2-1 against Solano on this Father's Day in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Medford 2, Solano 1, top half of inning number 2 from Harry and David Field. Brian Woods with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Dante Hiati leads off inning, followed by Derek Bartram and Cruz Wexler. Rogues splitting 2 runs in the home half of inning number 1 off a pass ball during the Evan Saito at bat, scoring Larsen Koester, and Chris Ortiz scoring from the walk drawn by Max Charbasteri. Herman Luna begins his second inning on the hill. The righty delivers the first pitch. First pitch finds that middle third at strike 1. Dante Hiati, the DH man, was the last batter in the first inning when Zac Goldenberg was caught stealing at third base. Strike 1 pitch, misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chianti, the junior from Bradley University. Chianti this season a .455 hitter. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Good pitch by Herman Luna. Now Herman's family is listening back home in Central California, just south of Fresno and Corcoran. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2, ground ball to the right side, stabs at it as Travis Finney, the throw to first base in time for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We are on the road second. Here's the Mudcats right fielder Derek Bartram. It's a 2-1 lead for the Rogues. Game 1 of this doubleheader, game 3 of this 4-game set. And the Rogues right now pitching well. We talked about a little bit in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show of Evan Roden, who got 6 innings on the hill in the start yesterday. Got to start the 7th inning, but could not finish in the 7th inning. But just shows the progression of how this pitching staff has evolved since the Wednesday and Thursday games. First pitch hits down the air. Left field charging in is Jonathan Walsh and makes the one-hand grab on the run. Derek Bartram with a loud second out of the inning. He flies out the left field for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down in the top of 2. Here's the catcher for the Mudcats, Cruz Wexler. Medford 2, Solano 1. Game 3 of this 4-game set. It has not been clear how much time will be from Game 3 to Game 4 to get the field ready. We'll get that confirmed for you in a bit. Herman Luna's first pitch. Fastball misses outside at 1 ball, no strikes. Cruz Wexler making his first appearance in the series. From Claremont McKinney in the Skyac down the road in Southern California. 1-0 pitch. Fastball dots that outside corner, strike 1. Wexler, the sophomore from CMS, from San Rafael, California. The economics major at CMS. 1-1. Fastball misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lefty battling the righty. Herman Luna works from that first base side of the rubber. Infield playing deep around the horn. Outfield playing deep and straight away. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. Fastball misses down and in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Chianti grounded out to Travis Finney, the second baseman, to lead off the inning. Derek Bartram flew out to Jonathan Walsh in left field. Now Cruz Wexler trying to extend the inning to head 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 home. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and the count fills. That fastball's been pretty lethal so far for Herman Luna, the Corcoran, California native. Has been a guy in the last couple of starts. Just get the popcorn out and watch. 3-2 home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ortiz throws it over to first base in time for out number 3, and the side is retired. First strikeout for Herman Luna this afternoon. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. 1, 2, 3 go the Mudcats. We head to the home half of inning number 2. Right after this, due up for the Rogues, Diego Grabiel, Travis Finney, and Jonathan Walsh. Medford 2, Solano 1 on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Medford 2, Solano 1, home half of inning number 2 from Harry and David Field. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. 9-1-2 due up for the Rogues. Diego Grabiel leads off the inning, followed by Travis Finney and Jonathan Walsh. Rogues leading 2 runs in that home half of inning number 1. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors for Medford. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Solano. Henry Myers begins his second inning on the bump, sets up on that first base side of the rubber. First pitch, Diego Grabiel scores for a bunt, pulls it back, misses outside at 1 ball, no strikes. Diego this season a .333 hitter. Trying to provide a little bit of offense for the Rogues to lead off the second. Myers, the righty, delivers the 1-0. Fastball misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. I was talking about where my dad is today. Dad, I know you're listening. I know that Mom and Dad went down to the coast to make jam. 1-1. Fastball misses outside. Actually, my apologies. That was 1 ball and 1 strike. There was a long pause. Gonna get back to that once again. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Diego Grabiel. In Infield playing deep around the horn for Solano. Outfield playing deep and straight away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Myers delivers. 1-2, and he's hit by the pitch. And Diego Grabiel, actually leaned out of the way of that one. And the count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Travis Finney waits on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Myers waits, and the pitch. 2-2, ground ball, pulled foul down the third base side. We'll do it again. My mom is making jam, apricot jam. I think they're making plum jam. Patty Quinlan and Mary Furtado McNeely. Mom's helping out with the Furtado family. Shout out to them. They're listening right now on the Rogue Streaming Network. Only thing is, with me being in Oregon, I can't sample the jam. Well, I'll have to, when I come back to California in August, I'll definitely get a couple of jars of jam. 2-2 home. Fastball misses outside. The count fills. Think about what the Rogues did in the first inning, sending 8 guys to the dish, plating 2 runs, being aggressive on the base paths, and working the counts. Rogues trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Payoff pitch upcoming. Myers delivers. 3-2. Misses low for ball 4. Diego Grabiel takes first. Leadoff base runner on for the Rogues. 1 on, nobody out. We are on the bottom of 2. 2-1 lead for Medford. We head back to the top of the order of Travis Finney. Finney today 0 for 1. Rogues right now offensively trying to capitalize and see how aggressive head coach Kevin Olmstead gets. You heard that message before first pitch. Happy first Father's Day to Kevin Olmstead. I know Alyssa's listening back in the Peach State in the ATL in Georgia. Travis Finney going to try to provide a little bit of offense. First pitch, squares for a bunt, misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Think about how this Rogue squad has played so far this season, and the first time the Rogues have had a little bit of trouble this week facing adversity. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, hits that in the air, sky high to center field. Center fielder Ruiz goes to his left, makes the one-hand grab, and Travis Finney flies out for the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the home second. There's the left fielder, Jonathan Walsh for the Rogues on this Sunday afternoon. Saturday was an interesting one for the Rogues offensively. Now Jonathan Walsh going to try to provide a little bit of offense. If you're the Rogues, you definitely get the green light. The Rogues have not done the hit and run well so far this season. Maybe they crack that open in game 1 of this doubleheader. Myers sets up on the first base side, dancing around is Diego Grabiel. First pitch, chopper to the left side, gobbled up by Garcia, throws it over to first base, and Jonathan Walsh grounds out for the second out of the inning. 5-3 on the ground out. That advances Diego Grabiel to second base. But more importantly, moves the runner over. That's the game of baseball right there. Now Larsen Koester with an RBI opportunity. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 2. Medford leading 2-1 against Solano. Medford right now trying to get this one across. 2-1 lead for the Rogues. Myers glances at second base. That's Diego Grabiel. Big lead for him. First offering. First pitch. Elevated. 1 ball. No strikes. Larsen today 1 for 1. Glances at second base is Myers. Looks back at the plate. Now glances at Grabiel at second base. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball finds the outside corner. Strike 1. Larsen singled in the first inning. Went around and scored off the pass ball during the Evan Saito at bat. A ball and a strike. Pass ball gets past Wexler. Going to third base is Diego Grabiel. And the Rogues are in scoring position once again, only 90 feet away from scoring. And Larsen Koester is ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. It was talking with Larsen this week, talking about trivia night back home in Kansas. One thing that Larsen does before every game, he plays a lot of A lot of crosswords. Works a lot of crossword puzzles. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 2-1. Fastball misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. You can definitely see the conviction. You see the determination to get off this 4-game losing streak. 3 balls and a strike to Larsen. 3-1. Misses upstairs. Ball 4. Larsen Koester draws a walk. 2-out base runner on. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 2. 2-1 lead for Medford. Here's Chris Ortiz. Reached on there in his first at bat, but Rogues right now for an RBI opportunity once again, trying to build some insurance. And this being a 7-inning game, you can definitely feel the urgency to put more runs across. The Rogues definitely know how potent those Solano Mudcat bats are in the last couple of games. Especially a guy that might be a first-team All-League member when the season concludes in late July. First pitch to Chris Ortiz. Finds that top third, a strike 1. Chris reached on an error in the first inning, came around and scored off the walk drawn by Max Shabasteri. Chris Ortiz wearing glasses now. But Chris going to try to provide a little bit of offense. Diego Rabiel at third base, only 90 feet away from scoring. Strike 1 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Myers has 1 pass ball already right now. Myers has 2 wild pitches with a runner at third base. Keep an eye on that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Myers sets up on the first base side. The 1-1 misses down and out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Game 1 of this doubleheader, game 3 of this 4-game set. Larsen Koester with a short lead at first base. Goldenberg holding the runner. 2-1 from Myers. 2-1. Misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Rogues low to the bases in the first inning. Chris Ortiz trying to do that right now. Ortiz gets back in the box. Had 3 balls and 1 strike. Myers glances slightly at first base. Fires the 3-1 home. Fastball, chop to the left side. Winton takes on a hop, throws over to second for 1, over to the force out of Koester at second base. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we have played 2 in the Rogue Valley. Medford leading 2-1 against Solano. Be right back after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Medford 2, Solano 1, top half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening and watching. I bet the dads are pretty happy about the scoreboard so far. Rogues leading 2-1 against Solano. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Rogues. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Solano. And Herman Luna begins his 3rd inning on the bump, sending the Mudcats in order 1, 2, 3 in the 2nd inning. Has 1 strikeout to his credit. 3 hits so far given up by Herman Luna and company. And Herman Luna sees the 9-hitter, Caden Witten, for the first time this afternoon. Caden Witten, the shortstop for the Mudcats, followed by the top of the order guy, Adrian Ruiz, and Tyler Crudo. First pitch from the righty, swing and a miss, strike 1. And Herman Luna has been fun to watch, talked about, get the popcorn out. You heard from pitching coach Nick Berger talk about this in our episode of Plank Talk, live from Ferment and Fire earlier this week, talking about having that strike 1 mentality. Strike 1 pitch, misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball and a strike. Fouls it off on the first base side to strike 2. Caden Witten at the dish. Witten got an at-bat in the cleanup spot and late going yesterday in game 2 of the set. Trying to keep the at-bat going behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield playing deep around the horn. The 1-2 bounces away from Chris Ortiz, and the count goes square. Herman Luna sets up on that first base side, gets back to the box as Caden Witten. 2-2 home. 2-2, chopper foul, third base side. We'll do it again. Glacier blue skies overhead. Not a cloud in sight on this Sunday afternoon. It is Father's Day. And shout out to Tracy Mack's father. Her dad, David McCormick, who lives in Hamilton, Montana. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Luna waits, and the 2-2 dealt. 2-2, line drive, left center field on the run is Evan Settle. Can't make the play. Try to cover that up. Rounding first and puts the brakes on is Caden Witten, and he leads off the inning with a single. It was Evan Settle trying to dive for the ball in left center field, trying to fall on the grenade. Ball got away from him, but it is a leadoff single for Caden Witten. 1 on, nobody out. We are on the top of 3. We go back to the top of the order to the Solano center fielder, Adrian Ruiz. 0 for 1 so far this afternoon. 2-1 lead for Medford. Game 3 of this 4-game set. Game 1 of 2 today. Right against right. And the first pitch. Fastball hits it in the air. Right field going back is Diego Grabiel. Going to try and make the grab. Makes the one-hand grab for out number 1. Diego bobbled it a bit, but he secured it for the first out. Ruiz flies out the right field for out number 1. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the road to third. Here's the second baseman for Solano, Tyler Crudo. Medford 2, Solano 1. Rogues can definitely turn 2 to get out of the inning. You definitely know Bo Blake and Travis Finney are strategizing about that at the moment. Tyler Crudo 1 for 1 so far, facing his college teammate Herman Luna. Think about it, it's the battery and the batter. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. All from Stanislaus State. And David McCormick, living in Hamilton, Montana. He went on a 3-wheel roadster on a ride on his 3-wheel roadster to Idaho, actually. No balls and 1 strike. Fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. So shout out to David McCormick, living in Hamilton, Montana. Tracy Mack wanted me to give the shout out. 1 ball and a strike, throws it over to first, gets back to the bag with a head first slide is Caden Witten. We are on the road to third, game 1 of this doubleheader, game 3 of this 4-game set. And this is a big game. A definite turning point. 1-1 misses down and out, 2 balls, 1 strike. And I said it yesterday to close out the broadcast during the Rogues postgame show. Today felt and it feels like it's the game of the year. 2 balls, 1 strike, the pitch. 2-1 ground ball, bouncer up the middle. That's into center field, base hit for Tyler Crudo. He is 2 for 2 this afternoon, and base runners are on for the Mudcats. 2 on, 1 out in the road third. Witten heads to second, Crudo to first base. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the left fielder for the Mudcats, Wyatt Davis. Solano and Medford colliding for the third time this weekend. They'll see each other a couple of more. They'll see each other 2 more times. They'll see each other in a matter of 30 minutes, possibly, and then Rogues will visit Solano College in July. 2 on, 1 out. Here's Wyatt Davis. 2-1 lead for the Rogues. Ground ball to the right side, picked up by Jackson Rosenthal. Throws over second for 1. The throw to first by Bo Blake, not in time. So Witten advances to third base. Tyler Crudo forced out at second. Wyatt Davis reaches on a fielder's choice. Could have been officially a double play, but they'll settle for a 3-6 on the force out of Crudo at first base. So Wyatt Davis reaches on a fielder's choice. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, 2-1 lead for Medford. Here's the righty, Zac Goldenberg. Zac Goldenberg's been pretty fun to watch so far. He can swing the stick well. A couple of home runs and an RBI triple. Has an RBI single today in game 1 of the doubleheader. The righty settles in, faces the righty Herman Luna. Luna waits, and the first pitch. Hits that in the air, sky high, left center field, drifting to his right as Evans, side of the center fielder, makes the one-hand grab for out number 3, and the side is retired. No runs, a pair of hits, no errors, and 2 left on for the Mudcats. Witten left on at third, Davis left on at first. We head to the home third right after this. 2 up for the Rogues, Jackson Rosenthal, Evan Saito, and Max Shabasteri. Medford 2, Solano 1. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Home half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. New pitcher on the hill for the Solano Mudcats. It is a righty getting his warm-up tosses in right now. It's a 2-1 lead for the Rogues. Rogues plating 2 runs in that home half of inning number 1. And Jackson Rosenthal, Evan Saito, and Max Shabasteri see the new pitcher for the Solano Mudcats. And the new arm for the Mudcats. I saw 36, but it is a new pitcher on the hill for the Mudcats. And every pitching change this afternoon and this season brought to you by our good friends KTVL 10 Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Jackson Rosenthal drew a walk in his first AB, stands in for his second at bat of the afternoon. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Mudcats. First pitch, scores for a bunt, and it misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Takes a deep breath as the righty, and the pitch. 1-0, misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitcher is Mark Graham. Mark Graham, ERA of 12.71 this season for the Mudcats. 2-0 pitch. 2-0. Fastball lasers in on the outer third, strike 1. Graham this season, 1 win, no losses, 3 appearances so far, no starts. 5 2/3 innings on the hill. 2-1 Fastball misses inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Rosenthal drew a walk in the first, got all the way over the third base, was left stranded. Rosenthal trying to set the table and trying to find a way to lead off the home third. 3 balls and a strike. Hits that in the air, center field, drifting in is Ruiz, center fielder, calling everybody off, makes the one-hand grab with the shades on, and Jackson Rosenthal flies out to center field for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 3. Here's the center fielder for the Rogues, Evan Saito. 2-1 lead for the Rogues. Game 1 of this doubleheader, a pair of 7-inning affair. And more importantly, if you're the Rogues, you definitely feel the urgency to get a couple more runs across. Not insurance runs, but confidence runs. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Evan Saito hit by a pitch in his first time by, faces Mark Graham for the first time. Scores for a bunt, gets it down, comebacker, picks it up, is going to be the catcher Wexler. The throw to first base, and the throw's not in time. Bunt single for Evan Saito, and the Rogues utilizing the small ball in the inning. Evan Saito catching Graham napping on the hill, and Evan Saito's aboard. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the bottom of 3, 2-1 lead for Medford. Here's the third baseman for Medford, Max Shabasteri. Drew a walk and drove in a run in his last AB. Solano can still turn 2, but if you're the Rogues, you like this momentum in this game so far. First pitch. First pitch. Finds that inside corner, strike 1. Graham sets up on that third base side of the rubber, strike 1 pitch. Finds the inside corner, strike 2. Shabasteri drew a walk, got the first base, was left stranded. Shabasteri, 3 RBI so far this season. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, runner goes 0-2, misses upstairs. A throw to second base by Wexler, and Evan Saito steals second base. So the small ball by Saito to get on, but he steals second base, eliminates the opportunity to turn 2. And the Rogues right now are cooking only 180 feet away from scoring in this third inning. One ball and 2 strikes. Shabasteri waits. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Shabasteri down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Mark Graham this afternoon. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the home half of inning number 3. Here's Bo Blake, shortstop for the Rogues. Rogues lead by 1-2-1 against Solano. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by our good friends at Kramer Cabinets. West Coast Kings taking on the South Placer Stonecutters. Stockton and Humboldt tied up at 5 in the bottom half of the 10th. We'll keep an eye on that game for you from the Arcata Ballpark. Currently, a couple of games that will happen at 6 p.m. So once we're in it to game 2 of our doubleheader, Healdsburg takes on the California Tigers, and the Marysville Giants lock horns with the Lincoln Potters. First pitch to Bo Blake, misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Bo Blake so far this afternoon, 0 for 1. Young man from Turlock, California, trying to provide a little bit more offense for this Rogue squad this afternoon. 1 ball, no strikes. Slider misses down and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Bo struck out to close out the first inning, but you can definitely feel there's a different atmosphere in that Rogues dugout. They know what's at hand. 4-game losing streak, trying to snap that, trying to get their first win in league play. 2 balls, no strikes. Saito at second base. The pitch, 2-0, popped up in the air. Shallow center field, tracking it down as the second baseman Crudo. Crudo trying to shade his eyes, makes the one-hand grab. Does not have has the shades on his hat, and Bo Blake pops out to Crudo for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Evan Saito left on at second base. We have played 3 in the Rogue Valley. Medford 2, Solano 1. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Top half of inning number 4 from Harry and David Field on a picture-perfect Sunday afternoon. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening and watching on the Rogue Streaming Network. 2-1 lead for the Medford Rogues against the Solano Mudcats. Herman Luna begins his 4th inning on the hill, faces 5, 6, and 7 in the Solano batting order. Max Garcia leads off the inning, followed by Dante Chiatti and Derek Bartram.
The third baseman, number 5, Max Garcia.
1 strikeout so far for Herman Luna this afternoon. Young man from Corcoran, California gets ready to go to work. Infield plays around the horn deep for the Rogues defense. First pitch. First pitch fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Max Garcia 1 for 1 so far. One ball, no strikes. 1-0, and the ball escapes away from Chris Ortiz. Misses inside at 2 balls, no strikes. Max Garcia singled in the first, but was left stranded at first base. 1 run on 3 hits in that inning for Solano, but Herman Luna has kept the Mudcats batters at bay so far this afternoon. 2-0 pitch, and misses low, says the home plate umpire Joe Woodley. More importantly, did he swing at it? That's the question. There was no appeal at first base. 3-0. Fastball finds the inside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Garcia from Delta, the El Cerrito native. 3-1 pitch. Fastball leans into it, foul down the first base side, and the count fills. So it was 3-0, and then it became strike 1. Now it's full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch upcoming now from Herman Luna. 3-2, ground ball, left side, escapes into left center, base hit, and that is a leadoff single for Max Garcia this afternoon. So 1 on, nobody out. We are on the top of 4. Here's the DH man for the Mudcats, Dante Chiatti. 2-1 lead for Medford. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Rogues offensively have had their moments. Defensively look pretty good so far. Herman Luna facing a little bit of adversity. And that's been the overall theme this season, facing adversity. And Herman Luna's a guy that throws strike 1. First pitch. Fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Dante Chiatti 0 for 1 so far this afternoon. Garcia with a small lead at first. Ground ball to left side, gobbled up by Bo Blake. Bobbles it, can't throw, throws to first base, and that is a error. Chiatti reaches on E6. So puts 2 on, 1 out. First error committed by the Rogues infield this afternoon. So instead of a 6-4-3 twin killing, it puts runners at first and second. 2 on, nobody out. Here's the right fielder for Solano, Derek Bartram. 2-1 lead for Medford. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Game 2 will happen shortly after Game 1. We'll keep you apprised on that. Now, if you're Herman Luna, you got to shake that off. Works from that first base side. Faces the righty, Derek Bartram. Glances at second base, at Garcia. First pitch, ground ball to left side, and can't make the play. In the left center it goes, rounding third, but the stop sign put up, and it loads the bases in the top half of inning number 4. Garcia heads to third, Chianti to second, Bartram to first. So a pair of singles and an error, and pitching coach Nick Berger steps out of the dugout to have a conversation with Herman Luna, and might be the whole entire infield, and Herman Luna slaps his hand with the glove saying, not the best inning. So the infield huddles up. And this pause of the action is brought to you by our good friends, the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Couple of games going on currently in Pacific Empire League play. Well, technically not in Humboldt, but in the top half of inning number 10, Stockton and Humboldt actually tied up at 5 apiece in the 10th inning. Humboldt's been on a rough streak as well, as with the Rogues. West Coast Kings see the South Placer Stonecutters. And later tonight at 6 p.m., Healdsburg hosts the California Tigers at Rec Park. And the Marysville Giants see the Lincoln Potters at McBean Stadium. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the lefty, the catcher, Cruz Wexler. 2-1 lead for Medford. We are in the road to 4th. Adversity starting to hit Herman Luna, but how do you get out of it? That's the question. 1-0, fouls it off. Left side, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cruz Wexler this afternoon, 0 for 1, struck out in the second. It was that 1-2-3 inning for Herman Luna and company. Not many people moving around in that Rogues bullpen, but the Rogues definitely trust Herman Luna to try to get this out of this jam. 1-1, good breaking ball, fouls it off behind the dish. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's the battery of Herman Luna and Chris Ortiz. And talking of Chris, about the chemistry they have, Chris was talking about, I know what pitches we want to throw. It's kind of like having that synchronized dance. We know what we want to do, how we want to handle ourselves. I mean, it's like only half the battle when you guys know each other well, and that's what Herman Luna and Chris Ortiz have been able to do so far in their playing career. 1-2, chopper to the left side. Bo Blake gobbles in, can't make the play, bobbles it, 1 runs in, rounding third, racing towards home is Diatti, and the relay throw's not there, so it's a pair as an RBI and a couple of runs score. And Solano answers back. It's a 3-2 lead for the Mudcats. So an error is committed.
Now batting the shortstop, number 17.
So the second error committed in the inning, and puts runners at first and second now. Here's the righty, Caden Witten, settles in. Luna sets up on the first base side. First pitch, line bouncer, and it's bobbled by Bo Blake at short. Travis Finney a tag on the bag at second base and forces out Wexler. So Bartram advances to third base. Witten to first. 3-2 Solano. Runners at the corners.
Center fielder, number 2.
2 outs, or technically the first. That is the first out of the inning. Disastrous so far in the infield for the Rogues in this inning. Go back to the top of the order. It is Adrian Ruiz. First pitch, misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. So Witten reached on a fielder's choice. Wexler reached on an error. He's forced out at second base. Bartram at third base. Ruiz so far this afternoon 0 for 2. 1-0, misses down and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Two no home. Fastball leans out of the way. 3 balls, no strikes. Ruiz grounded out to Herman Luna to begin the first. Flew out to right field to Grabiel in the third. Stars and stripes blowing in the 3-0. Fastball upstairs, ball 4. Ruiz takes first. Bases loaded now for the Mudcats. Bartram at third, Witten at second base. Ruiz takes first. Rogues can still turn 2. But here's Tyler Crudo. He's 2 for 2 so far this afternoon. And a guy who's been pretty fun to watch so far for the Mudcats in this weekend series. Reached on twice in Friday night's game. Did not appear in yesterday's affair. Game 1 of this doubleheader. 3-2 lead for the Mudcats. We are on the road to fourth. 2 runs ready to come in for the Mudcats. Ground ball to left side. Bo Blake snatches up, throws over to second for 1. Vinny throws it to first in time. 6-4-3 twin killing, and the Rogues minimize the damage. 2 runs come across for the Mudcats on 2 hits, 2 errors committed, and more importantly, the Rogues get out of the jam. It's a 3-2 lead for Medford. Home half inning number 4 we go. Right after this, Diego Grabiel, Travis Finney, and Jonathan Walsh due up. Good game brewing in game 1 of this doubleheader on Father's Day 2026 at the ballpark. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Solano takes the lead away in the top half of inning number 4. 3-2 lead for the Mudcats. Home half of inning number 4 from Harry and David Field. Brian Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Diego Grabiel leads off the inning, followed by the top of the order guy, Travis Finney and Jonathan Walsh. 9-1-2, facing Mark Graham for the first time this afternoon. And this is a pivotal inning for the Rogues after giving up a 2-spot in the inning. A pair of errors. First pitch from Graham. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 errors committed in the inning, but the cherry on top to minimize the damage. A 6-4-3 twin killing to get out of the inning. The Rogues right now have to reciprocate and get some offense going on this Sunday afternoon. 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Diego in his first at-bat of the afternoon drew a walk in the second. Went around, got to third base, but was left stranded. Not the easiest inning for the Rogues. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0, clips that top third. 2 balls, 1 strike. It is Father's Day at the ballpark. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening and watching on the Rogue Streaming Network. I know my dad's listening on the coast today. 2 balls and a strike. Breaking ball misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Always a lot of fun Father's Day. Kevin Olmstead, first Father's Day as well as head coach of the Rogues. Sets up on that third base side as Mark Graham. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs for ball 4. And Diego Grabiel takes first. Leadoff walk for Diego. 1 on, nobody out. We head back to the top of the order with Travis Finney. We are at the bottom of 4th, 3-2 lead for Solano. You can definitely feel that urgency. We talk about it a lot when you play 7-inning games. It's 2 less innings than you usually have of a 9-inning affair. But also, Got to get runs across early. Runs scored in that first inning. 2 runs came across for the Rogues offensively. Mark Graham works on that third base side of the river. First pitch, runner goes. The throw to first, second to base. Not in time. Diego Grabiel still second to base to eliminate the opportunity to turn 2. And that first pitch missed up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Travis Finney today 0 for 2 so far. Infield starting to shade it to the left. The shortstop, Winton, playing near the lip and left center. 1 ball, no strikes. Scores for a bunt, pulls it back. Slider misses down and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Travis today struck out in the first, flew out to Ruiz in center field in the second. Finney, the Australian, trying to provide a little bit more offense. Jonathan Walsh waits on deck. 2 balls, no strikes. Takes a deep breath, and the pitch. Scores for a bunt, pulls it back, misses up and in. 3 balls, no strikes. Bullpen starting to move around a little bit for the Rogues. Bullpen moving around a little bit for the Mudcats on this Sunday afternoon. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Second of 3 doubleheaders for the Rogues this season. The first one was on opening night. 3 balls, no strikes. Scores for a bunt, pulls it back. Clips the outside corner, strike 1. That was due to the weather in the Rogue Valley the night before, so they had to play 2 on that Friday. And this was the already in the schedule with the doubleheader against Solano and a doubleheader against the Marysville Giants. That will happen the day after the 4th of July on the 5th of July. Steps off the rubber, chasing back Rabiel at second base is Graham. Steps out of the box as Travis Finney gets back in there. Had 3 balls and a strike. Garcia, the third baseman, playing in on the bag at third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Scores for a bunt. And misses inside, ball 4. Travis Finney takes first base. Back-to-back walks issued by the reliever Mark Graham. 2 on, nobody out. We are in the bottom of 4. Solano 3, Medford 2. First game of this doubleheader. Game 3 of a pivotal 4-game set. And I talked about it a little bit yesterday during the broadcast. The tail end is also in the Rogues postgame show. Today is probably the most important game in games of the year for the Rogues 2026 campaign. Jonathan Walsh trying to drive in the tie-in run and go-ahead run at first and second. Scores for a bunt and fouls it off, charging in. Closing in, it was first baseman Goldenberg. No balls and 1 strike. Rogues trying to play a little bit of small ball. You saw that with the bunt single from Evan Saito in the 3rd inning. Rogues trying to provide a little bit more offense. Just trying to get this one across the finish line. Closing in is the first baseman Goldenberg. On the grass, strike 1 pitch. He punched through it and misses downstairs and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jonathan today 0 for 2 so far. Flew out the Ruiz in center field. Ground out to Garcia, the third baseman, in the second. Jonathan trying to get a big hit for his dad listening back in Dover, Tennessee. 1 ball, 1 strike, scores for a bunt, and misses down and out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jonathan Walsh this season a .306 hitter. 1 extra base hit, 1 triple. Does have 2 RBIs so far. Jonathan has been the table setter for the beginning part of the season. Moved around to the 2 spot. Goldenberg, the first baseman, playing on the grass at first. 2 balls, 1 strike, takes a deep breath and scores for a bunt again and bunts it foul. And the count goes square. And Jonathan wanted me to tell his dad happy Father's Day. Thank you for supporting Alex and I in sports and in life. So shout out to Mr. Walsh listening back in Dover, Tennessee. Jonathan trying to get a big hit across. Trying to get Diego Grabiel home from second base. Grabiel at second, Finney at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner goes, 2-2. Hits that foul down the right on that first base side. We'll do it again. You think about big moments in a game, and in this doubleheader, this is a big moment right now. We are on the bottom of 4. Finney at first base, Grabiel at second base. The batter is Jonathan Walsh. Mark Graham trying to get the first out of the inning in relief for Solano. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 2-2, leans out of the way is Jonathan Walsh, and the count fills. Gets a quick swing is Jonathan, gets back in the box. Larsen Koester waits on deck. Rogues trying to tie this one up, or also trying to go ahead. This has been probably the most competitive game we've seen so far this weekend. 3-2. Fastball upstairs, ball 4. 3 straight walks issued by the reliever Mark Graham. Loads the bases, and the Rogues are cooking offensively.
Now batting the designated hitter from Eastern Illinois University, number 43, Larsen Koester.
Bases loaded, nobody out. We are on the bottom of 4. Solano 3, Medford 2. Larsen Koester, the DH man for Medford, settles in. 1 for 1 so far with a walk. Good conversation between Graham and Wexler concludes, and we go back to work once again. Rogues had the bases loaded in the first inning, only got 2 runs across, but you feel that urgency to get more runners across in this inning. It is a 7-inning affair. So Rabiel at third, Finney at second base, Jonathan Walsh at first base. Still nobody out. You can definitely trade it out for a run if you are Larsen Koester. First pitch, hits that in the air, sky high to left field. Davis on the run. Davis going to try to track that one down. Can't make the play. Going from third base to home is Diego Grabiel. He scores standing up. It's a bloop RBI single for Larsen Koester. It hung up in the air. Davis, with trying to do a diving grab into left field, could not make the play, and the Rogues tie up the game in the home half of inning number 4. So everybody moves around the globe at 90 feet, and Larsen Koester gets an RBI. Larsen gets his 11th RBI of 2026. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's Chris Ortiz. Rogues 3, Mudcats 3. First pitch to Chris Ortiz, misses outside at 1 ball, no strikes. Finney at third base, Walsh at second, Koester at first base. A ball and no strikes. 1-0. Fastball clips that outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ortiz reached on an error in the first and scored. Got the ground into the third and final out in the second. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. 1-1. Fastball clips the outside third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rogues cover all the bags in this inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. 1-2, hits it in the air, towering shot left field. That's going to drop down for a hit. 1 runs in, rounding third, racing towards home is Jonathan Walsh. 2-run double for Chris Ortiz. Chris Ortiz with a huge hit puts the Rogues ahead 5-3 Medford. All with nobody out, runners at second and third, and the Rogues offense coming alive on this Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Five-3 lead for Medford, nobody out. We are in the bottom of 4. Here's Jackson Rosenthal, the first baseman for the Rogues. Infield closed in for the Mudcats. First pitch, misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson Rosenthal 0 for 1 with a walk. Drew a walk in the first, got all the way around at the third base, was left stranded, flew out to Ruiz in center field in the third. And what a game-changing inning so far. 1-0 pitch. Rosenthal pops that one up in the air, shallow left field, tracking it down as Davis loses the hat, has the shades on, makes a one-hand grab. Larsen Koester wanted to go from third base all the way to home, but he decided to put on the brakes. Rosenthal flies out for the first out of the inning. 2 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 4. Here's Evan Saito. Hit by pitch, bunt single in his last AB. 1 for 1 so far this afternoon. 5-3 lead for Medford. Game 1 of the doubleheader, game 3 of this 4-game set. Rogues right now offensively cooking something up. Infield still closed in for the Mudcats. We are in the bottom of 4. First pitch. Fastball. Misses inside. Strike, rather. No balls. 1 strike. Saito hit by pitch in his first. During that, his at-bat. Fastball scored Larsen Koester. No balls, 1 strike. Rocking his Mark Graham on the hill, works on the third base side of the rubber. Strike 1 pitch, pulls for a bunt, and it goes foul, third base side. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Evan Saito. Saito with that bunt single provided a little bit of offense for the Rogues, but he could not score. Was left stranded at second base. Less than 2 outs, the game of baseball. Definitely calls to get the sac fly, but Rogues playing aggressive this afternoon. The small ball from Evan Saito. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. 0-2. Misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Koester at third base. Ortiz at second. We are on the bottom of 4. And what an afternoon so far. The Rogues understand the assignment. While on a 4-game losing streak. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. 1-2. Misses outside. And the count goes square. The sun is baking the field on this Sunday afternoon. Glacier blue skies. A perfect Southern Oregon June afternoon on this Father's Day. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. 2-2, hits it in the air. Left field, charging in is Davis. Davis makes the grab. Tagging from third, speeding towards home is Larsen Koester. And the relay throw is not there. Sac fly from Evan Saito drives in Larsen Koester. 4th run scored in the inning. And it's a 6-3 lead for the Rogues.
Now batting the third baseman from Missouri.
Medford 6, Solano 3. 1 on, 2 outs. Here's Max Sabasteri, I should say. Trying to provide a little bit more offense in this inning, but you like what you're seeing from the Rogues so far. Here's the first pitch to Max. First pitch. Finds that top third, strike 1. Jaden Ugebauer waits on deck. Great conversation with Max, the former Patriot of Patrick Henry High School in the San Diego area. Strike 1 pitch. Misses up and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max Sabasteri drove in a run with the walk. Struck out in the 3rd. A ball and a strike. 1-1, misses low, rowing to third base. Chris Ortiz, a throw by Wexler, and the throw is not in time, says the third base umpire, Andrew Herbold. Chris Ortiz swipes third base, puts the Rogues in scoring position with 2 balls and 1 strike. And Max Sabasteri head in the count. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Mudcats. Outfield playing deep and straight away. The center fielder Ruiz playing a step into left center. 2-1. 2-1, hits it in the air. Center field tracking it down as Ruiz goes to his left. Backs up, makes the one-hand grab for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close, but a productive inning for the Rogues in this game 1 of this doubleheader. 4 runs come across on 1, 2 hits, no errors, and the Rogues leave 1 on. Chris Ortiz left on at third base. We have played 4 in the Rogue Valley. 6-3 lead for Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Top half of it, inning number 5 from Harry and David Field. That means it is the Ossipulgui 5th inning. 5th inning is brought to you by the Ossipulgui. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Ossipulgui CCB 255-795. My name is Brian Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in on this Father's Day afternoon. It is a new shortstop for the Rogues. Jay Neugebauer replaces Bo Blake. And Herman Luna trying to find a way to get this one across the finish line. Rogues leading 4 runs in the home half, inning number 4. And it's been a back-and-forth affair, and probably one of the closest and most competitive games we've seen so far between these two squads in this weekend series. And Herman Luna faces Wyatt Davis, followed by Zac Goldenberg and Max Garcia. First pitch. Fastball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Wyatt Davis from the University of San Francisco, 0 for 2 so far this afternoon, was in the lineup on the Friday night game. 1-0 pitch, fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wyatt Davis, the senior outfielder out of the University of San Francisco, went to Petaluma, grew up in Petaluma, transferred by way the College of Marin. Had 12 RBIs and 1 home run for the Dons out of the West Coast Conference. From Benedetti Diamond. It is one of the most beautiful parts of San Francisco. Davis this season in PEL play in the summer. Davis a .357 hitter. 2 home runs. 18 runs batted in so far. The table setter waits for the 1-1 from Herman Luna, who sets up on the first base side of the rubber. 1-1 pitch. Misses outside at 2 balls, 1 strike. Zac Goldenberg waits on deck for the Mudcats. Max Garcia follows. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Rogues. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1s. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 2. This has been that type of afternoon. Rogues on a 4-game losing streak, trying to snap that and try to get their first win in Pacific Empire League action. We talked about the standings a little bit ago. Solano still atop the league with a record of 4-0. Healdsburg not far behind. They're in second place. They are 3-1. Lincoln's 2-1. West Coast Kings 2-3. They'll be coming to the Rogue Valley for a 2-game set beginning on Tuesday night. 2-2 pitch, ground ball, pulled a foul. First base side. We'll do it again. Humboldt currently in non-league play, taking on a very good Stockton Pro squad. They are still in the top half of the 10th in that game currently. Swing and a miss, strike 3, or actually fouled off, says the home plate umpire Joel Woodley. We'll do it again, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Davis, he grew up in Petaluma, California. There's a American Legion baseball team called the Petaluma Leghorns. 2-2, misses down and in, and the count fills. Petaluma's a pretty good American Legion squad in California, always competitive at the state tournament. The Fresno A's played the Leghorns in 2023. 3-2 pitch, hits down in the air, left center field, tracking it down as Evans Side of the center fielder. On the run, makes the grab for out number 1. Ranging play by Evan Saito records the first out of the inning Davis flies out the center field, bases empty, 1 out. We are in the top half of inning number 5. That means we are in the Ossipulgai 5th inning. Here's the first baseman for Solano, Zac Goldenberg. Medford 6, Solano 3. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Game 3 of this 4-game set. And also us being in the Ossipulgai we have the Ossipulgai on deck show. Also the Ossipulgai 5th inning. Does your puller a hot tub need repairs? Call the Ossipulgai CCB 255 at 795. First pitch. Misses inside of a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Zac Goldenberg today, 1 for 2. The righty who's been the most prolific hitter in the Mudcats lineup this weekend. 1-0, fouls off the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Goldenberg, 2-run homer, a solo homer in the 7th inning on Friday. Also singled in the 1st inning. Drawing an RBI single, was caught stealing at third base in the 1st. 1-1, knuckles that in the air, center field charging in is Evan Saito on the run, makes the grab for out number 2. Great play by Evan Saito, great job reading that off the bat. It was off the bat weird by Goldenberg, but Evan Saito doing a good job patrolling center field. 2 up and 2 down in the home 5th.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Max Garcia.
Base is empty, 2 outs. We are on the top of 5. Medford 6, Solano 3. Here's the third baseman for the Mudcats, Max Garcia, 2 for 2 today in game 1 of the doubleheader. Pair of singles from him. The righty settles in, and Herman Luna looks like he's determined to get out of this inning. Infield playing deep around the horn. First pitch from Herman. Fastball misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Garcia singled in the 1st. Was left stranded at first base. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. 1-0. And escapes away from Chris Ortiz. 2 balls, no strikes. Max, another guy in this Mudcats lineup, did not see action yesterday. He saw action on a Friday. 3-run triple to open that 7-run can of worms in game 1 of the weekend. 2-0 pitch, leans out of the way. 3 balls, no strikes. That first inning on Friday, the Mudcats played at 7 runs to start off the Friday night festivities. Was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning on Friday. 3-0 pitch, fastball, dots the inside corner, strike 1 to keep the at-bat going. Herman Luna trying to get back to the dugout. Infield playing deep around the horn. Outfield playing deep and straight away as well for the Rogues. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the delivery. 3-1, misses low. Ball 4. Max Garcia takes first. 2-out base runner on for the Mudcats.
Now batting the designated hitter,
Second walk issued by Herman this afternoon. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 5. 6-3 lead for Medford. Here's the DH man for the Mudcats, Dante Chiatti. 0 for 1 of an error so far this afternoon. First offering. Fastball clips the inside corner, strike 1. Chiatti grounded out to Travis Finney, the second baseman, in the 2nd inning. Reached on air and scored in the 4th. Rogues committed 2 errors in that 4th inning. Strike 1 pitch, ground ball to left side, picked up by the third baseman, Nolan Donovan. The throw to first base in time for out number 3. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Max Garcia left on at first base. We continue the Ossipulgai 5th inning right after this. Due up for the Rogues, Jaden Neugebauer, Diego Grabiel, and Travis Finney. We're getting closer and closer. Rogues try to snap a 4-game losing streak. They lead 6-3 against Solano. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 5 from Harry and David Field. We continue the awesome pool guy 5th inning. New pitcher on the hill for the Solano Mudcats. Third arm used so far this afternoon. It's Kai Davis from Solano College getting his one tosses in. And he faces Jaden Neugebauer for the first time this afternoon, followed by Diego Grabiel and Travis Finney. Jaden Neugebauer taking over in the 8th spot from Bo Blake. Kai Davis this season ERA of 6.23. First pitch, ground ball to the right side. Charging is Tyler Crudo on the run to his left. The throw to first in time for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the home half of inning number 1. We are still in the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner. Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the home half of inning number 5. Here's Diego Grabiel reaching on base in the last 2 at-bats. And he gets to go to work once again for his 3rd at-bat of the evening, or afternoon rather. We're still in the afternoon, 5:25 local time in Medford. First pitch fastball misses outside at 1 ball, no strikes. Grabiel drawing a pair of walks in the 2nd and in the 4th inning. Rogues offensively, 6 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. 1-0 pitch. Finds the outside third at 1 ball, 1 strike. Kai Davis out of Solano College. No wins, no losses. Finds the outside third on the 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 1/3 innings pitched this season. Opposing batters hitting 133 against him. 2 innings from Myers, 2 innings from Graham. 1-2. Fouls it off. Right side is Diego Grabiel. We'll do it again. Grabiel drew a walk and scored in the 4th. You think about how this team has played so far this afternoon. Just got to get this one across. It only takes 1 win to go back on a winning streak. 1-2. Ground ball, left field, base hit. Diego Grabiel aboard of a leadoff, of a 1-out single rather, but Rogues cooking offensively in game 1 of this doubleheader. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the bottom of 5. 6-3 lead for Medford. We go back to the top of the order of Travis Finney. Travis Finney 0 for 2 with a walk this afternoon. And take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Couple of games, 1 game currently going on. And it is in the top half of the 10th. Stockton and Humboldt tied up at 5 apiece. We'll get an update on that. A couple of games are going to be happening a little bit later, when we're going to be actually in the next first pitch. Runner goes, fastball outside, the throw over to second base by Wexler. The ball escapes into center field. Stolen base for Diego Grabiel, and the Rogues eliminate the opportunity to turn the double play for the Solano Mudcats. Rogues offensively cooking something up here. Coach Chaos, Kevin Olmstead, coaching pretty good over at third base. 1 ball and no strikes. We'll get an update for you from the Arcata Ballpark. That was a very interesting game last night. It was the Stockton Pearls who won at 12-10 against Humboldt. Travis Finney trying to provide a little bit more offense. 1-0, runner goes. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. No attempt to throw it over to third base. Diego Grabiel steals second, steals third base, and the Rogues are back in business once again. And this team's playing loose right now. Diego Grabiel kneeling at third base. 1 ball and a strike to Travis Finney. pitch. 1-1. Breaking ball misses up and in at 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 innings by Henry Myers. He got the start for the Mudcats. Mark Graham got 2 innings on the hill as well. Only Kai Davis, a third of an inning currently. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2, and the count goes square. And what I mean by what assistant coach Jacob Seitz touched on this in our one-on-one conversation earlier in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show, talking about it was fun, 11-game winning streak, but now we hit the rough patch. Just the thing, we just got to get it across the finish line and get ourselves back to our winning ways. 2-2 home. Fastball fouled off to the screen. We'll do it again. Diego Rabiel at third base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 2-2, ground ball, pulled to the third. That shortstop bobbles, and he can't make the throw. It's an error. Travis Finney reaches on an E6 and drives in a run. It's a 7-3 lead for Solano, for the Rogues rather, but more importantly, the Rogues are cooking something up on this Sunday afternoon. Here's the left fielder for the Rogues, Jonathan Walsh. 0 for 2 of a walk this afternoon, but Medford wasting no time in game 1 of this doubleheader. Medford 7, Solano 3. Jonathan Walsh climbs in for his 4th at-bat of the afternoon. A game that has gone close to the 2-hour mark. Throw over to first base, chases back. Travis Finney gets back to the bag with a head-first slide. Runner goes. First pitch misses outside. The throw to second base. And the throw is not in time. Stolen base for Travis Finney. Jonathan Walsh behind. No balls and a strike. You think about how aggressive the Rogues have gotten so far in the last couple of games. You like the stolen bases. You like creating chaos on the base paths. One of the philosophies head coach Kevin Olmstead has brought to the Rogue Valley. Grants Pass native trying to orchestrate another win for this Rogue squad to try to get themselves off the 4-game losing streak schneid. No balls and a strike to Jonathan Walsh. Strike 1 pitch, misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Walsh today flew out the center field to Ruiz in the first, grounded out to the third baseman Garcia in the second. Drew a walk and scored in the 4th inning. 1 ball and a strike. 1-1 and misses inside, escapes away from the catcher Wexler. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Somehow hit the bat. Larsen Koester waits on deck. One ball, 2 strikes. Big lead for Travis Finney at second base. Dances around the 1-2. 1-2 sails past the catcher Wexler, and Travis Finney steals third base. It was airmailed over the catcher Wexler. Travis Finney taking full opportunity and full advantage of that play, and the Rogues are only 90 feet away from scoring. The count goes square at 2. Didn't even go near the catcher. Just went past everybody. And the pressure starting and the water starting to boil up on Kai Davis for Solano. 2-2 home. 2-2, fastball misses outside and the count fills. Travis Finney reached on air and Diego Grabiel scored from third. Counts full, 3-2 for Jonathan Walsh now, trying to provide a little bit more offense on this Father's Day. 3-2 pitch, fastball misses inside of ball 4. Jonathan Walsh takes first, puts runners at the corners. 1 out walk, coaxed by Jonathan Walsh.
The designated hitter number 43, Larsen Koester.
1 on, 2 on, 1 out rather in the home half of inning number 5. 7-3 lead for Medford. Game 1 of this doubleheader, game 3 of this 4-game set. Larsen Koester so far this afternoon, 2 for 2 with a walk. Lefty faces the righty. Kai Davis throw to first base, chases back. Jonathan Walsh gets back to the bag with a head first slide. Travis Finney at third base, Jonathan Walsh at first base. Rogues can definitely trade it out for a run. Rogues did that earlier in the fourth inning with that sac fly from Insido. First pitch, ground ball, pulled foul, first base side, strike one. No balls, one strike. The throw to first base instead. Walsh gets back to the bag with a head first slide. So no balls and one strike. Strike one pitch. Hits down in the air, center field drifting back is the center fielder Ruiz. Tagging from third, going towards home is Travis Finney. He scores staying up, and the Rogues making an 8-3 lead against Solano. Playing the game of baseball on this Father's Day. Rogues out in front by 5, 8-3 against Solano. 2 outs and a runner at first base. Here is Chris Ortiz, the catcher for the Rogues in game 1 of this doubleheader. Rogues right now offensively 8 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. Solano 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors themselves. Excuse me about that. Chris Ortiz 1 for 2 with an error. First pitch, fastball misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-run double from Chris Ortiz. His last at bat back in the 4th. Rogues so far this afternoon, all systems go. Trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Runner goes. 1-0 pitch misses outside. The throw to second base by Wexler. Jonathan Walsh swipes second base. And another stolen base for the Rogues in this game. As a team going into this one, 45 bag swipes so far in 2026 for the Rogues. 1 ball and a strike. Chris Ortiz. Steps off the rubber. Davis pump fakes. Walsh gets back to the bag at second base. Rogues playing well so far. One ball, one strike. Davis glances at second base and fires a 1-1. 1-1. Turns away from it as Ortiz misses inside at 2 balls, 1 strike. Ortiz reached on air in the first and scored. Ground out to close the book on the second. 2-run double in the 4th, got the third base on a stolen base, but was left stranded. Two and 1 home. 2-1 breaking ball, misses inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Big inning right now for the Rogues offensively. Chris Ortiz trying to extend it ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Davis fires a 3-1. Breaking ball misses inside of all 4. Chris Ortiz takes first. 2-out base runner on for the Rogues once again. 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom half of inning number 5. 8-3 lead for Medford against Solano. Here's Jackson Rosenthal, the first baseman for Medford. And that brings in a conversation between the catcher Wexler and Davis. This pause in the action is brought to you by our good friends from Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point, locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. I know my dad enjoyed the Figaro's Pizza while they were up here earlier this week. My dad got the pepperoni pizza from Figaro's just down the road in Phoenix. Jackson Rosenthal trying to extend the inning. Runners at first and second. Jonathan Walsh at second base. Ortiz at first. First pitch. Hits down the air, right field, tracking it down is Bartram, makes the grab for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close, but 2 runs come across on a 1 hit, 1 error committed, but the Rogues leave a pair on. Jonathan Walsh left on at second base, and Chris Ortiz left on at first. This wraps up the Ossipol Guy 5th inning. Medford 8, Solano 3. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Medford 8, Solano 3, top half of inning number 6 from Harry and David Field. Brian Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in on this Father's Day afternoon. Medford 8 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors in game 1 of this doubleheader. Solano 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. And the Rogues send out Herman Luna for another inning on the hill. He's done a pretty good job containing the Solano Mudcats bats so far. Rogues having a couple of pesky errors in that 4th inning, but Herman Luna's looked pretty good so far. Herman Luna faces the bottom of the order for the Mudcats. Derek Bartram leads off the inning, followed by Cruz Wexler and Caden Witten. And Herman Luna has had 1, 2, 3 innings so far, 1 strikeout. We talked about a little bit yet on the Ossipol Guy on Deck show earlier today. He had one of his best performances last week against the Fresno A's. 8 punch-outs, a career high for him this season. Derek Bartram settles in, 1 for 2 so far this afternoon. Perfect afternoon for baseball in the Rogue Valley, and that's actually a new outfielder out there for the Rogues. It is Will Salahar wearing a blue sleeve for Father's Day. Infield playing deep around the horn. First pitch from the righty, Herman Luna. First pitch, ground ball to the left side. That's going to escape up the middle, rather. It's a leadoff single for Derek Bartram, his 2nd single in this doubleheader. Game 1, and he's aboard of a leadoff single. 1 on, nobody out. Here's the catcher for the Solano Mudcats, Cruz Wexler. It's an 8-3 lead for Medford on this Father's Day. And the Rogues can definitely turn 2. They've turned 1 double play so far this afternoon. Herman Luna sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Sets up at the belt. First pitch. Fastball misses. Finds the outside third, strike 1. A delay call from Joe Woodley. Glances at first base. Jackson Rosenthal holding the runner. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Strike 1 pitch, hits that softly in the air. Right field charging in is Evan Saito with the diving grab. Makes the play for out number 1. Lunging forward, Evan Saito establishing a no-fly zone in the Rogue Valley. So it's Salahar in center, Saito in right. Jonathan Walsh stays put in left field. So 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of 6 rather. Here's the shortstop, Caden Winter for Solano. Small lead for Derek Bartram at first base. Jackson Rosenthal holding the runner. 8-3 lead for Medford. First pitch. Fastball clips that top third. Strike 1. Winton, 1 for 2 so far this afternoon. Singled in the 3rd. Got all the way to third base. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. No balls, 1 strike. Herman sets, throws over to first base. Gets back to the bag, standing up is Derek Bartram. Still no balls and 1 strike. Strike 1 pitch. Chopper to the left side, takes it is Jay Neugebauer, throws over to second base, and the throw is in time on the force out, 6-4. That is the second out of the inning. So Witten reached on a fielder's choice for the second time this afternoon.
Now batting the center fielder, number 2, Adrian Ruiz.
Yeah. See the score right now. I'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard right now. 1 on, 2 outs. 8-3 Medford against Solano, game 1 of this doubleheader. First pitch, ground ball to the right side, slow roller picked up by Travis Vinny, tosses it over to Jaden Neugebauer and forces Witten out at second base. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, no errors. And we go to the home half of inning number 6. Medford trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Evan Saito, Max Shabasteri, and Jaden Neugebauer due up for the Rogues on Father's Day 2026 at the ballpark. Medford 8, Solano 3. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 6 from Harry and David Field. 8-3 Medford, game 1 of this doubleheader. Game 3 of this 4-game set. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And it's a call to the bullpen for the Solano Mudcats. Raphael Hall gets his warm-up tosses in, replacing Kai Davis. This pause of the action is brought to you by our pitching change this season and today brought to you by KTVL 10s on Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. 4th arm used so far by Solano. Raphael Hall, guy who was playing, he was a batter earlier in this series. Raphael Hall getting his warm-up tosses in at the moment. ERA of 18, no wins, no losses, 1 appearances. Had 2 innings on the hill. Opposing batters hitting .333 against him. And he faces Evan Saito, followed by Nolan Donovan and Jaden Neugebauer in the home half of inning number 6. This might be the final time the Rogues will be up offensively in game 1 of this doubleheader, but anything can happen. Evan Saito stands in for his 4th trip of the afternoon. 0 for 1 so far. Actually, my apologies, 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. First pitch from the lefty. First pitch misses outside at ball 1. You think about the pitching staff for the Solano Mudcats. The first 2 starters Friday and Saturday were both southpaws. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. 1-0. Misses inside at 2 balls, no strikes. Evan Saito hit by a pitch just before he was hit by the pitch. A pass ball, scored a run, and that 2-run first inning. And then was left stranded at second base, bunt singled, and had a stolen base at second base in the 3rd. 2-0, lifts it in the air, down the first base side, giving chase as the first base from Goldenberg. And it goes out of play. Strike 1. Do not forget, we are going to be live from Ferment and Fire tomorrow from 4:30 to 5:30 in Central Point. We'll have that for you on the Rogue Streaming Network. A great guest list for you. We get to hear from Jacob Seitz, assistant coach, and we're going to hear from 4 players tomorrow. They're going to keep that under wraps. 2 balls and a strike. Hall waits, and the pitch. Escapes away, and the count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. Hall, the freshman, outfielder and left-handed pitcher from Santa Barbara City College. The vaquero on the hill. Sets up on that third base side. Behind 3 balls and a strike. Saito trying to get aboard with a leadoff walk. Threatening to walk. 3-1 home. 3-1 ground ball left side. Good stab by the third baseman Garcia. Spins a throw to first, and the throw gets past the first baseman Goldenberg. Digging for 2 is Evan Saito, and he gets to second base. So it's officially a hit recorded. They're going to say officially an error. So it'll be an E3. So 1 on, nobody out. New batter in for the Rogues. It is Nolan Donovan replacing Max Shabasteri at third base. Nolan Donovan, our Rogues player spotlight from yesterday. Great conversation with him during batting practice, talking about the art of broadcast. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Conversation on the hill between the catcher Wexler and Raphael Hall. Quick conversation between the battery mates. Breaks up, and we go back to work once again. Nolan Donovan gets his first at-bat. He's been playing at third base the last couple of innings. Rogues so far this afternoon, 8 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. And the Rogues so far this afternoon, a season high in stolen bases with 7. Special thanks to BG Gold for that statistic. First offering from the lefty, Raphael Hall. First pitch, slider misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Nolan Donovan this season, a 105 hitter. Lane Community College, teammates with our next Rogues player spotlight. Runner goes 1-0, finds the inside corner, throw not attempted. Evan Saito steals third base. So 8 stolen bases this afternoon. So it's a season high in stolen bases this afternoon in game 1 of the doubleheader. Game 3 of this 4-game set. We'll get game 4 underway in a little bit. Nolan Donovan waits for the 1-1. Fouls it off behind the dish. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A great conversation with Nolan Donovan. He steps out, walks back in, talking about the American Legion team at the Dows in Oregon. Run off Interstate 84 near the Columbia River. Beautiful location, but very windy, especially in the summertime. You heard a couple of those stories yesterday in our one-on-one chat. Our Rogues player spotlight. Sets up on the first base side is Raphael Hall. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. 1-2 slider, bounces away. Wexler traps it well, and the count goes square. Saito at third base. Only 90 feet away from scoring. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Donovan down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Raphael Hall. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 6. 8-3 lead for Medford. Here's Jaden Neugebauer. Jaden Neugebauer gets ready to go to work. Infield starting to close in a bit now for the Solano Mudcats. Outfield playing deep and straight away. 8-3 lead for the Rogues, and this Mudcat squad trying to keep their perfect league record intact. First pitch. Fouls off the slider. Strike 1. Jaden Neugebauer taking over from Bo Blake in the shortstop position. Jaden this season, a .366 hitter. No home runs, 8 RBIs. Chico native. Know his girlfriend Bella, and was able to make her way up to the Rogue Valley from Chico. Great conversation with the both of them after the game against the California Tigers this week. Strike 1 pitch, hits that in the air. Foul territory, left field, tracking it down as Davis, and it lands foul in the bullpen. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Jaden Neugebauer. Rogues so far this season had opportunities to get runners across, and in this 4-game losing streak, it has been that reality check for the Rogues. Just got to get back to your winning ways and have fun. Play baseball. Have the answers that Jacob Seitz had in our one-on-one conversation earlier today. No balls and 2 strikes. Fastball misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. We have passed the 2-hour mark in this ball game. The Rogues trying to get their first win in the league play, trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Okay, you have to play not 1 but 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. 1-2, turns away from it. Call it strike 3, says the home plate umpire, Jewel Woodley. Jaden Nugabara looks at the dugout and just walks back. Back-to-back Ks for Rafael Hall. Second punch out for him this afternoon. 1 on, 2 outs. Here's Will Salahar now, replacing Diego Grabiel. Rogues offensively just trying to get this one across the finish line. Second pitch hit at bat. 8-3 lead for Medford. We are on the bottom of 6. Stars and Stripes blowing softly on this Sunday afternoon. Just a perfect Father's Day afternoon, late evening, or early evening. First pitch. Fastball, finds the outside third, strike 1. Will Salahar, the Anthem, Arizona native. .310 hitter so far in 2026. Runner at third base, that's Evan Saito, only 90 feet away from scoring. Strike 1 pitch. Hits that line drive, right center field, base hit for Will Salahar. 1 run's in, RBI single for Will Salahar. Is that the cherry on top of this ice cream sundae? We shall see. 9-3 lead for Medford. We are on the bottom of 6. All 2 outs in the inning. We go back to the top of the order. It's Trey Kotze. Trey Kotze goes to work now. It's his first at-bat, replacing his roommate, Travis Finney. So Kotze will be in the infield somewhere. 1 on, 2 outs. 9-3 lead for Medford. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Game 3 of this 4-game set. Rafael Hall sets up on that third base side of the rubber, facing adversity. Stars and Stripes blown into right field. The southpaw's first pitch. And pass ball gets away from Wexler. And Will Salahar still second base. 1 ball, no strikes. Almost hit Trey Kotze. Trey this season a 167 hitter. 3 RBI so far, no runs batted in. Trey wanted to say Happy Father's Day to his dad. I think Trey's dad's listening right now. Trey steps out of the box, puts the batting helmet back on, and climbs back in the box. Ahead 1 ball and no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Hall glances at second base at Salahar. Runner goes. Now caught in a run down is Will Salahar, and now Will's going to try to chase, and now Hall's chasing Salahar, and the tag applied by Garcia, and the tag is applied, and head coach Kevin Olmstead saying, what was that? But 1 run comes across on a 1 hit, 1 error committed, and we have played 6 in the Rogue Valley. Medford trying to get back in the win column. Can the Rogues do it? 9-3 lead for Medford. Top half of inning number 7 coming up right after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
It is go time in the top half of inning number 7. 9-3 lead for Medford against Solano. My name is Brian Welch of the Rogues Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Rogues going to try to get this one across the finish line, and they give the nod to Herman Luna to try to shut down the Mudcats. 2, 3, and 4 due up. And one of the pesky Mudcats so far this afternoon leads off the inning is Tyler Crudo, followed by Wyatt Davis and Zac Goldenberg. Brian Welch with you on the Rogues Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Herman's family listening back in California in the San Joaquin Valley. His girlfriend listening, and Herman Luna trying to go for the complete game. Just got to find a way to capitalize. So Koester goes to third. And now head coach Kevin Olmstead. And now the home plate umpire, Joel Woodley, is throwing up. It is a hot one out here. And the Rogues are going to try to get him some water. So pause the action after Joe Woodley tries to regain himself. This pause the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. As your pool and hot tub need repairs, call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Also brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Currently, Joe Woodley's trying to catch his breath. Top half of inning number 7, but Herman Luna so far this afternoon has looked pretty strong so far. 1 strikeout so far, but has allowed his team to back him up on this Sunday afternoon. And Caleb Malloy get a chance to give him a cool rag to make sure he's okay. It's a hot one. I mean, it's still in the 80s, but being out in the sun for a long time definitely is not good, but glad that everyone is helping him out right now. 86 degrees currently in Medford at the moment. And Rob, the athletic trainer for the Rogues, walks out, and he's going to have a conversation to make sure that the home plate umpire, Joe Woodley, is okay. You think about how this game has gone on so far this afternoon. One run came across in that top half of inning number 1 for the Mudcats. Rogues responded with 2 runs themselves. Scoreless in the second and in the third inning. 2 runs came across to take the lead away for the Mudcats. Rogues answered back with a 4-spot of their own, and the 2 runs came across in the 5th inning, and then 1 run coming across in the bottom half of inning number 6. It is a hot one here at the ballpark, only 86 degrees, but more importantly, Joe Woodley trying to catch his breath. So ice is going to be given out. Bodie the bat boy gives him some ice as well, just to make sure he's okay. So Herman Luna right now currently waiting. Infield huddled up right now as we speak. And Trey Koester is at third base now. Jay Neugebauer is at short. Nolan Donovan moves over to second base, replacing Finney. So right now it's Walsh, Salahar, and Saito. And now Jeff Weiss, the general manager of the Medford Rogues, heads out to make sure that the home plate umpire, Joe Woodley, is okay. Question is, 6:02. It's a 9-3 lead for Medford.
It's a good time to remind everybody we've got another game coming up. That will be
and Joe Woodley making sure, and they're going to put a cooling towel on his neck. And now General Manager Jeff Weiss talking to Rob, the athletic trainer for the Rogues. And now Joe Woodley going to go back behind the dish. And this Father's Day crowd giving him a round of applause. So now Herman Luna says, "You ready? Let's go for it. Let's have some fun." It has been that type of afternoon so far. Herman Luna has been dealing so far in the Rogue Valley. Only one strikeout, but able to draw a weak contact. Herman Luna getting a couple of warm-up tosses in right now of his battery mate, Chris Ortiz. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in on this Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening on the Rogue Streaming Network. Game 2 will be happening shortly. Question is, how much time will there be between Game 1 and Game 2? Pair of 7-inning games, and Joe Woodley puts the mask back on, and he's going to be behind home plate. And Tyler Crudo leads off the inning, followed by Wyatt Davis and Zac Goldenberg. And Tyler Crudo this afternoon, 2 for 3 at the dish. Pair of singles for him. So Tyler Crudo, a guy that knows Chris Ortiz, knows Herman Luna well. Tyler Crudo from Cal State, from Stanislaus State, gets ready to go to work. First pitch from the starter, fastball. Finds the outside third, strike one. Crudo singled and scored in the first, singled in the third, forced out 3-6 on the force out, ground into a 6-4-3 twin killing in the fourth inning as well. Strike one pitch, misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. You think about the respect, and you heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead touch on this on our one-on-one conversation on Friday about guys knowing each other on both teams. No balls and a strike. Fastball misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Infield playing deep around the horn, so it's Kotze, Neugebauer, Donovan, Rosenthal, Walsh, Saito, Walsh, Salahar, and Saito. 1-1, or rather, they're going to say 3 balls and a strike, says the home plate umpire, Joe Woodley. Joe Woodley trying to, goes for it. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1, fastball, called for a strike on the inside corner. Late call by Joe Woodley. The count fills. This has been a familiar count for Herman Luna this afternoon, trying to go the complete way. 3 balls, 2 strikes, shakes off the signal from the sign from Ortiz. Gets the sign he wants and fires the payoff pitch. 3-2, misses inside, ball 4. Tyler Crudo takes first, leadoff base runner on for the Mudcats.
Number 29, Wyatt Davis. 1
on, nobody out. We are in the top of 7. Medford 9, Solano 3. Here's Wyatt Davis, the left fielder for the Mudcats. Solano's left fielder, 0 for 3 tonight. Just a picture-perfect Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Right against left. Herman sets up on the first base side of the rubber. First pitch, hits that sky high in the air. Tracking it down is Evan Saito. Saito drifts to his right, makes the one-hand grab for out number 1. 1 down, 2 to go in the 7th inning. Davis flies out to the center fielder, Will Salahar. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the top of 7. 9-3 lead for Medford. Here's the first baseman, Zac Goldenberg. 1 for 3 so far this afternoon in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Stay tuned for the Rogues post-game show. We had a chance to listen to the highlights, get you ready for Game 2. It's going to be a lot of fun. Rogues can definitely turn 2 to get out of the inning and also try to snap a 4-game losing streak. First pitch, leans out of the way, misses inside at 1 ball, no strikes. Goldenberg got aboard with an RBI single in the first, was caught stealing at third base. Flew out the center field a pair of times in the 3rd and the 5th inning. Small lead for Crudo at first base. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, misses inside at 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch. 2-0, breaking ball, clips that top 3rd. 2 balls, 1 strike. 7 minutes after 6 p.m. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. 2-1, hits it in the air, left field, drifting back as Jonathan Walsh makes the one-hand grab for out number 2. 2 down, 1 to go in the top half of inning number 7. 1 on, 2 outs. Last hope for the Mudcats is Max Garcia. 2 for 2 with a walk this afternoon. Herman Luna trying to get this Rogue squad back in the win column. Tyler Crudo at first base. Medium-sized lead, not going to be held on by Jackson Rosenthal, the first baseman. Herman sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Steps off the rubber, calls time. Regains himself, climbs back on the top of the rubber, first base side. First pitch. Fastball. Finds the inside corner, strike 1. Last time the Rogues had a complete game was Dylan Fanelli last year. Herman Luna trying to get this one across. Infield playing deep around the horn. No balls and a strike. Runner goes. Breaking ball misses up and in. Runner goes, and it steals second base is Crudo. One ball, one strike, and the pitch. 1-1, misses down and out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Garcia singled in the first, was left on at first base, singled and scored in the 4th. Drew a walk in the 5th, left stranded at first base. Two balls and a strike. 2-1, hits it in the air, center field, drifting back is Salahar. Near the track, makes the one-hand grab for out number 3, and the Rogues record their first win in Pacific Empire League action. They snap a 4-game losing streak, and Herman Luna goes a complete way. A complete game for Herman Luna. 9-3 the final. Medford gets back in the win column. Medford wins 9 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Solano 3 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. Rogues back in the win column. They improved to 12-5 overall in the season, 1-2 in Pacific Empire League action. Solano drops to 9-2 overall in the season and 4-1 in PEL play. Hope you can stay tuned for the Rogues postgame show, abbreviated. That's coming up right after the break. Medford back in the win column. 9-3 the final against Solano. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogreen CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogreen CN Medford Airport at rogreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier life plan community.
It is great to be back in the win column. Medford snaps a 4-game losing streak, a complete game by Herman Luna, and all on Father's Day. Medford takes game 1 of the doubleheader 9-3 against Solano. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in, and welcome to the Rogues post-game show. A very fun game today, but more importantly, Herman Luna going the complete way, giving up 8 hits, 3 runs, but he got the Rogues across the finish line, and back-to-back days where the Rogues pitching staff have had great starts from their starters. Take a look at the line score and the highlights from today's game. Final line score for the Rogues: 9 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Solano 3 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. In the top half, inning number 1, it was 1 run on 3 hits. It was the Mudcats who drew first blood. They led early 1-0. Medford answered back with 2 runs of their own. And how about the Rogues answering back with this play?
2-2 from Myers. Bouncing ball gets away from Wexler. Going from third to home. It is sliding as Larsen Koester. We're all tied up at 1 apiece.
That was big. 2 runs came across in that inning, and the Rogues found ways to capitalize on that. 2-1 Medford at the end of the first inning. Top half of inning number 2, Herman Luna and company went in order 1-2-3. Home half of the second, Rogues had runners in scoring position with Diego Grabiel at third base, but could not cash him in. Top half of inning number 3, it was a couple of big runs. It was a run and a force out, but Herman Luna able to find ways to mitigate the damage. Home half of inning number 3, Rogues had a base runner on of Evan Saito, had a stolen base, but could not get him across. That was in the top half of inning number 3. On the bottom half of the third, 2 runs came across in the 4th inning. You thought, oh boy, it might be a repeat to what we saw on Saturday and Sunday, but the Rogues defense able to hold true. There was 2 errors that were committed by the Rogues infield, but how about this play to get out of the inning?
For the Mudcats, ground ball to the left side. Boatwake snatches up, throws over to second for 1. Vinny throws it to first in time. 6-4-3 twin killing, and the Rogues minimize the damage.
And they did minimize the damage in that inning. Bottom half of inning number 4, it was Diego Grabiel who drew a walk, got over to first base. Travis Finney got a board of a walk as well. Jonathan Walsh got a board of a walk. 3 straight walks issued by the reliever Mark Graham. And then Larsen Koester made the Mudcats pay with this hit.
Grabiel at third, Finney at second base, Jonathan Walsh at first base. Still nobody out. You can definitely trade it out for a run if you are Larsen Koester. First pitch, hits that in the air, sky high to left field. Davis on the run. Davis going to try to track that one down. Can't make the play. Going from third base to home is Diego Grabiel. He scores standing up. It's a bloop RBI single for Larsen Koester.
offense finding ways to capitalize. And how about this hit? The next at-bat for Chris Ortiz.
For all the bags in this inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. 1-2, hits it in the air. Towering shot left field. That's going to drop down for a hit. 1 runs in. Rounding third, racing towards home is Jonathan Walsh. 2-run double for Chris Ortiz.
And that was a huge run that came across for the Rogues. 2-run double from Chris Ortiz made it a 4 spot in the home half of inning number 4. Top half of inning number 5, there was a base runner on for the Mudcats, but Max Garcia was left on at first base. Home half of the 5th, Rogues got a couple of runs across, so 4 runs in the 4th, 2 runs in the 5th. Top half of inning number 6, single by Derek Bartram, but it was the Mudcats who struggled to get runners across in that top half of inning number 6. Home half of the 6th, Rogues got a run across on an RBI single from Will Salahar, driving in Evan Saito. Top half of inning number 7, and it was Herman Luna seeing 4 batters, issuing a walk to the leadoff man Tyler Crudo, his college teammate from Stanislaus State, but getting 3 straight flyouts to close the book, and the Rogues are back in the win column. They snap a 4-game losing streak and a complete game for Herman Luna, his first one in a Medford Rogues uniform this season, and the second one since last year when Dylan Fanelli went the distance in 2025. Rogues improved to 12-5 overall on the season, 1-2 in Pacific Empire League action. Solano falls to 9-2 overall on the season, 4-1 in Pacific Empire League play. The plate meeting is scheduled for 6:45 p.m. We'll get you going with the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show at 6:30 p.m. We'll have that for you for Game 2 of our doubleheader series finale coming up at 6:30. We'll have that for you for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. But before we go, let's pick our player of the game for Game 1 of this doubleheader. Got to go with the young man from Corcoran, California. Herman Luna is our player of the game. 7 innings on the hill, only having 1 strikeout, but able to find ways to minimize the damage, and it was a team win today. There's still hope in the Rogue Valley. Medford secures its first league win in 2026. 6:30 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. 6:45 for the plate meeting. That might be 6:50 for the first pitch. Before we go, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Stockton and Humboldt still battling it out at the Arcata Ballpark. Currently going on in the top half of inning number 2 from Recreation Park. Healdsburg leading 3-1 against the California Tigers. Bottom half of inning number 1, Marysville and Lincoln battling it out. Lincoln leading 2-0 against the Marysville Giants. We'll be back for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Excuse me, 6:30 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. 6:45 for the first pitch. Plate meeting, but with the first pitch might be at 6:50. But more importantly, Rogues are back in the win column. 9-3 the final against Solano. That will wrap up Game 1 of our doubleheader. For everyone that has put this broadcast together, Brian Woach saying goodbye. Have a good evening. Repeating the final score from Harry and David Field. It's a happy Father's Day. Medford takes Game 1 of the doubleheader, 9-3 against Solano. We'll be back at 6:30 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. For now, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Street.